Ladies, gentlemen, I almost forgot to turn the mic on. Ladies, gentlemen, variations thereupon, sentience all, welcome back. I'm back. It's good to be back. I know that, like, I set up my new thing for streaming, and I streamed for a grand total of, like, 4 times, and then I disappeared for the rest of the year, but I'm back. And I mean business this time. And we've got a lot of catching up to do, because I'm going to tell you guys... Hey, B-Flip, how you doing? I also finally figured out why the sound alerts weren't working, though that is so huge. We're going to shrink that down a little bit. We're going to put you over here. There we go. Anyways, it's so good to be back. I have so much to tell you guys about what the rest of my year looked like, what the rest of this year is going to look like. It's going to be, it's going to be so awesome. I don't even know where to start. And I think the main thing I want to start with is talking about, like, basically what happened, because I streamed literally the last day that I was here. I literally streamed, and then that night my dad showed up, and we got in the car, and we drove all the way to New Jersey. Obviously not that night, because that would be crazy. That's like a 8-hour drive from where I'm at. Anyways, I got a gig working at New Jersey Shakespeare Theater, which as a kid, I grew up seeing shows there, and, like, that's the reason I wanted to do theater. So when I got a call that's like, hey, we want you, I was like, fuck yes. So I went, we did, if you are familiar with Shakespeare at all, we did a show called Midsummer Night's Dream, but it was, like, twisted up a little bit, where it was, because we were doing it in wintertime, they changed, I think it was like 20 lines of dialogue in the entire play to make it seem more wintry. And everything was winter themed, and it's like, you know, the set was this, like, gorgeous, like, it looked like snow, and it looked like it was lit from the back, but what it actually was just crumpled up paper, and it was just really texturized, and the way the lights hit it, it looked like it was backlit, but it actually wasn't. And then we had these, like, 4 beautiful big white trees. 2 of them were on rails so that they could move. That was fucking super cool. And the sound design was also fucking incredible. I've not worked with the guy before who did sound design, but I thought you were, Lexi, for a hot second, I thought you were about to say, I designed that show you're working on, and I was like, no, you didn't, I know that guy. But, you know, yeah, it's such a fun show, and, like, because you get to first look at sort of, like, the strictures of Athens, and then the crazy, like, liberation in the forest, and, like, how the fairies are all, if you don't know the show, basically, there are a couple of people from Athens that love each other, and there's this whole, it's all knotted up because person A loves person B, person C likes person B, but person D likes person C, but they don't like them, they like them. So, like, there's this whole knotted up romance combined with the fact that it kind of resembles England at the time, which is very, like, you don't marry outside your station, you need the father's approval, blah, blah, blah. So 2 of the lovers run away into the forest, and the other 2 follow them, trying to, like, solve it and bring them back and all that shit. And while they're there, they get totally fucked with by a bunch of fairies that are kind of beefing with each other. And it's a classic comedy of errors where, like, one of the fairies is supposed to mess with one set of lovers but accidentally messes with another one, and it's super, super fun show. And all while this is going on, there's a B plot where the I forgot about that I added this to the playlist. It's the cafe. No, but all while this is going on, there's a B plot of, like, a bunch of local, like, tradesmen. Like, you've got people who work with like, it's basically, it's like a plumber, a carpenter, and like a roofer all get together, and they're like, we want to put on a play for the Duke. And I was one of those people, and that was so fun. It was genuinely so fun. I had so much fun working on that show. And it was crazy because I like I said at the top, part of the reason I wanted to be in theater is because I used to see a lot of shows there growing up. And the reason I saw a lot of shows there growing up is because my uncle was a director there. And I went to acting school, and I remember having a conversation with him, and I was very upfront. I was like, don't give me a job at this theater because I'm me and I'm your nephew. Give me a job because I've earned it. And then I auditioned there, like, 6 times, and I didn't get in, and I didn't get in any shows there. And so I kept thinking to myself, I was like, okay, maybe, like, a little bit of nepotism would be nice. But But he reached out to me. I remember I had to cancel a gig I was going to do in October that was going to take place in New York, just because the pay wasn't going to be enough for what I needed, because I was going to have to like uproot myself and go to New York for a month. And I was like, if I'm going to do that, I need this much money. And they're like, we don't have that in the budget. So I was like, all right, love you guys, but can't do it this year. And so I was kind of like a little down about that. And then I get a text from my uncle like 2 days later, and he's like, hey, are you free for an audition? I need somebody. And I remember liking I forget what my audition was that I did the last time for them, which was, I think, like pre-pandemic. And he's like, why don't you come in and we'll read some sides, which are like just the little bits you get in an audition to read from the play. And so I go in and I read, and I swear to God, I walked out and I looked at the guy who was right behind me. No, I wasn't bottom, though that would have been dope. I would have loved to have been bottom. I was snout. I played the wall that separates bottom and flute. I played Pyramus and Thisbe. I was also one of the fairies. There were a lot. They rewrote the script a little bit so that, like, instead of there being 4 fairies, there were 8. So it made the scene where it's the fairies versus Puck, like, really, really cool, because it was like, it made Puck look so much more powerful. But anyways, so I go and I walk out of the audition. I literally walk out and I look at the guy who's going in after me, who's a guy I had literally worked with that summer. And I said, yeah, I warmed him up for you. That's the worst audition I've ever given. Because I went in, right? And I got literally what my uncle texted me is like, here, we're going to have you come in and read. And I have to drive 8 hours the next day to go to this audition that is that day, right? So I'm up crazy early. I drive across the country. And I get there, and the entire time I'm like, I haven't seen the sides, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I like to, at least if I'm doing sides, it's not that I like to be memorized, I just like to know my shit. So I didn't know the sides, and so I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm not going to do a good job. Now, granted, the sides were only like this big. But I get there, and I'm like, okay, I have enough time to like kind of memorize this. That way, like, I can kind of act and use my face instead of do this. You know, like I can actually, like, my face can be up here and I can act, and if I lose my place, I can just quick look at it, you know? So I get there, I have this whole physical bit planned where I'm the wall, and I'm like stumbling around like this, and it seems to be working, like I'm getting a little bit of laughs. But then, once it's done, they're like, okay, we have some notes for you. And it's like there are 3 people in the room, and each of them give me a note, and they're all wildly different notes. And so I'm like trying to process these notes. I'm like, okay, you want me to think that this is the most important thing I've ever done. You want me to embody the fact that I maybe don't know how to read very well. You want this. And so I'm like, okay, how do I... Now, as an actor, if you get a bunch of notes like that, usually it's at the end of a rehearsal, or you get to sit there and really work through it with the director. In an audition, you've got 30 seconds. And so I'm taking about 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do differently, and I'm trying to go on this, and I do that classic actor thing where you turn around, and then I turn back around, and I start saying my lines. I get 3 lines in, and then immediately forget what I'm saying. But because of the physicality I've chosen, my script is all the way over here, so I can't really fucking see it. And so I just stand there, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do that again. So I turn around, and then I turn back around, and I say 3 lines, and I go up again. And then at that point, I immediately panic. Oh, that's right. No, I lied. I didn't have the script in my hand because I was like, oh, I'm good. I don't need the script. So I turn around the second time. I do it. I go up 3 lines again. And I just immediately panic. And I just say, I have a monologue in my back pocket. Do you guys just want to see that? And because they do. The cool thing about Shakespeare is that once you've done Shakespeare, once you've done like a monologue or a show, it's really hard for the words to leave you. It's kind of like memorizing a song. Like, I can still sing most of Mr. Brightside just kind of off rip, you know, because I knew how to sing it when I was younger. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm like, I can't say these sides. And they're not, as I said, they're not a lot. It's like, it's maximum 5 lines, and I can't get through it. And I'm panicking. And my uncle is just like, hey, we have the script here. Why don't you just take this? Which is just such a defeat to my heart. I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta... All right, so I go up there, and I'm doing the thing, and now, of course, that I have the script, I can say the lines fine, but now the notes that I got earlier are gone. I, like, basically changed nothing about my performance. And so I finish it, and I just look at them, and I was like, do you have time for me to do this monologue I have in my back pocket? And they're like, yeah, sure, go for it. And so I do it, and it's not to toot my own horn, but it's like, it's my go-to monologue. It's really good. I've worked it. I know what works. You know, I'm really comfortable with the character. And they just they look at me afterwards and they're like, all right, we'll keep you posted. Why don't you go send the next person in? And so I walk out and I'm just like, that's the worst audition I've ever done in my life. And so I spend the night at my uncle's. I end up seeing a show there, Waiting for Godot, just because like I'm there for the rest of the day, because I'm not going to drive 8 hours back the same day, because that would be fucking insane. But I'm like, okay, I'll watch Waiting for Godot. I'll never look my uncle in the face again, and then I think I'll head home tomorrow morning. So I do exactly that. I see Waiting for Godot. Great fucking show, by the way. That was one of those shows that, like, in school I read and I was like, I don't get it. It's kind of boring. It's kind of stupid. And then I saw it and I was like, oh no, it makes sense now. Also, the actors who were in it were fantastic. But I go home after seeing Waiting for Godot, and like I can hear my uncle talking with his partner, and I'm like just trying to sneak past them so I can go to bed. And I unsuccessfully sneak past them. They're like, hey, how was the show? What'd you think? And I was like, it was great. And I'm just so visibly uncomfortable because I'm like, I can't be here, man. Like, I can't look at you. I feel like I've done the worst. I looked so unprofessional in that audition. And so like it just reaches an awkward silence and I go, all right, I'm going to go to bed. And I get upstairs, and yes, I definitely failed that stealth check. And I run upstairs and I barely get any sleep. And the next morning I'm like, I wait till everybody like goes to work and goes to school, and I'm like, I'll just slip out the back door. But I run into my uncle again. But at this point I've kind of slept on it, and I'm like, it's all right. It was a bad audition. They happen. I've auditioned for this place before and I've not gotten a role before. It's whatever. I'll just try again, next season. And so I'm talking to my uncle about Waiting for Godot and just kind of like my drive back and et cetera, et cetera. And as I'm leaving, he goes, hey, did you get an email from so-and-so, one of the people in the room? And I said, no. And he's like, well, you should expect one. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, right. And I'm going to get an email that's like, thanks, but no thanks. So I apparently it was all over my face because I was just like, thanks. And he's like, oh, no. It's a good email. You're going to get the part. And I was like, wait, what? So I drove home. I had a great drive home. Anyway, so that's the lead in. So it's November and I drive with my dad to New Jersey. I get myself all set up. The housing they put us in was just fully crooked. Like you walked inside and the floor was like this. And the steps were like this to get upstairs to where I was staying. And it was great. There was no overhead lighting in the entire building, which was so weird. What looked so cool. But I fucking, or do you mean the show? Because I think I posted a few photos on Instagram. Oh, the house, right. One would hope the house was cool. It was fine. Honestly, like compared to other housing I've been in, you saw the TikTok. Don't know what you're talking about. What TikTok did I post? Just like in my regular like movie TikToks? I mean, the house was mostly cool. I had no beef with the place. My roommates were dope as hell. But what was super great is I got there early, so I got to like fully live in the house for like a day or two before everybody else showed up. But one of the people I lived with was the ASM, this guy Henry. He's doing a show with them. I think he starts rehearsal. He's doing Julius Caesar and Midsummer with them. I think it starts literally in like 5 days. Literally next week, yeah. And then the other guy, Frankie, they were so cool. They were another one of the like tradesmen turned actors. Oh, you thought one of the castmates posted a TikTok. Gotcha. That's yeah. The it's a super the like whenever you work at a theater like that. Especially as I was coming in brand new. This was my first show with them. Of the 15 actors, me and one other person were the only people that hadn't worked there before. And it can always be, it makes you feel like the new person at school, which can kind of suck sometimes, because like there are a lot of jokes that you're not fully keyed into, and because it's a Shakespeare theater, there are ways that they approach text that are different than the ways I approached text. Like the director was really big on like we did table work, which is when you like read the script and you try to translate it. And he literally at one point was like, okay, say your lines, now say them how you yourself would say them. And it's one of those things that like, it's not that I don't do that or that I don't think that's a good idea, because I disagree. It's not that. It's just that's not the route I've ever gone before when it comes to like translating or transcribing text. I usually just write it down, because I worry, particularly with the style, right? We were going with the style that it was like Victorian era. And so if I say how James says it, James is not a Victorian. James is going to say it like me. And so the last thing I want to do, not the last thing, but something I was afraid of or nervous about was if I say the lines like me, when I go to say the actual text, it will sound, I don't know how to describe it. Like if I'm doing Romeo plus Juliet by Baz Luhrmann and James says it like James, then it works because the environment is modern day. Does that make sense? So I was nervous about transcribing it or saying it out loud like me, and then that kind of bleeding into my performance. But I digress. There were a lot of like things that were different. That's a bad example, honestly. But I had a bit of a godsend because I'd worked. One of the actors who played one of the lovers is a guy I used to live with and who's been on stream before, Isaac. So it was great to kind of have that rock that I could just look to my friend and be like, okay, I know I'm kind of a fish out of water here, but I know you. And everyone was super welcoming and genuinely by like, but another thing. It was like kind of weirdly like being starstruck because two of the actors that were working there I'd seen before as a kid and had super inspired me. So the guy who played Bottom, the one who gets the donkey on his head, played Bottom when I was a kid. And it was the first show I ever saw. So I was like, I get to act not only in a play with you, but directly up, like you're my scene partner, which was crazy. And then the woman who played Titania, amazing, by the way. Holy shit, she was so cool. She did an amazing performance in Romeo, and not in Romeo and Juliet, in Julius Caesar when I was younger. That I remember, like my mom still talks about how good this woman was, right? And I get to be in a play with her. So like there was a lot of like navigating that. Because also usually I work for non-equity theaters, which are like kind of not super professional, but like, you know, it's theater, you know, and I love doing it. And this is one of my first times working for a real equity house. And so like I'm trying to be on my best behavior as like a person and as a professional. And it would have, I wish you could have too. It was not to toot my horn or nothing. It's not even my horn to toot, really. It's all of us. We won Best Show of the Year in New Jersey for, I think it's NJ Arts. Let me look it up. NJ Arts Best of 2023. Yeah, top 15 performances. Literally number one is A Midwinter Night Stream. Like, we were pretty fucking good. I'm just saying. Though, oh my god. We didn't feel like it. Like, the play within a play, which is the sort of the funny thing, the funny button the show ends on is the play within a play, which is the mechanicals, you know, the tradesmen actors. We literally we are running the play within a play and we're trying to make it work and we're trying to find bits and we're trying to make it funny and nothing is clicking. Nothing is making us laugh. Nothing is making our fellow scene partners act. Nothing's making the director laugh. Nothing's making us laugh. And we get to previews and it's not getting laughs. And so we're all freaking out. We're like, this show sucks. We're like, I've never been funny a day in my life. Like, and here's the thing is I've pretty much exclusively in the professional world played clowns. Like when I do Shakespeare, I play Shakespeare's clowns like Touchstone or The Fool or fucking Paroles or Falstaff. Like that's me because I'm the funny guy and I'm not being funny. And so I'm terrified. I'm like, oh my God, none of the bits are working. Nothing, like this is terrible. And we kept getting small adjustments from the director until finally, I couldn't even tell you what it was that worked. But there was something he said to us, and it ultimately came down to, like, your characters are trying to do a good job. It is funny because they're unable to. The jokes aren't funny. What's funny is that they don't realize they're jokes. And it was like trying to wrap our heads around that, and I think something finally clicked, because opening night, wholly different show. We were getting laughs every, like, bit, every joke, everything was landing. And so, oh man, but that rehearsing comedies is rough, because last summer when I did As You Like It, we ran into a similar problem during the rehearsal process where, like, we found funny things that were working, but as rehearsals kept going, we're trying to keep it fresh, and so we're trying new things, but then we kind of lost the plot a little, and so our opening night had the opposite effect, where in an effort to make ourselves laugh all the time, we stopped thinking about the audience, and so we got like 5 laughs that first night for As You Like It last summer. And literally the next show was completely different because we realized that's what we'd done. So we went back to older things that were working. It's just we'd done the show so many times in rehearsal that we forgot. For Midwinter, it was completely different. Nothing was working. Well, not nothing. There was one joke. Oh my God. So the guy who played the lion, if you know the show, there's the play within a play is basically, it's kind of a riff on Romeo and Juliet. It's a man and a woman, and they're separated by a wall built by their parents, and they're like, we're going to meet at this one place so we can, be together. But the woman gets there first, gets scared by a lion, runs away. The man shows up, thinks that the lion ate the woman, kills himself. Woman comes back, kills herself, right? And so the guy who played the lion, throughout the show, we had this running joke that the main actor, tradesman guy, Bottom, didn't know his name. And so, and it was supported by the text. It would be like, he would say my character's name and Frankie's character's name, and then he would look at the guy with the lion, and in the text it would say, and he that plays the lion. And so he just played it up. It was like, and he that plays the lion, and it would just, it was one of those jokes that always made me laugh, and I was always scared. I'm like, we're gonna get to the show and no one's gonna laugh because no one else in the rehearsal room is laughing but me. And I was like, we're gonna get there day of, and we're gonna end up cutting this bit because nobody's laughing. But thank God that was getting laughs pretty consistently, which was good. And then we had a great bit where that show was so fun. I genuinely had a really good time. So. Also, because my uncle works there, I kind of have the in on what the next season looks like, which is obviously I'm not going to fucking say that shit here, but I know what they're doing, and I'm so super excited. But what else? So there's this video game that Andy, my partner, really really likes, and it's called I don't know what the genre is, but it's like David Cage games where it's super realistic animation, and they're typically horror based, and it's there's not a lot of gameplay. It's mostly just decision making and quick time events, and it's about branching storytelling, right? If you take the keys with you here, that means later you'll be able to take the car out, but if you leave the keys, that means you can't take the car, but if you leave the keys, that means you have room in your pockets for this, that kind of thing, right? And so I brought my copy of The Quarry, which is one of those games. Yeah, Detroit Become Human, right? The Quarry, Until Dawn, those kind of games. I think there's another one. I can't remember what it's called, but I can see the box art very clearly. But I brought The Quarry with me because I love that game. It's horror, but it's also really fun, and it's super fun to play with people, and I thought it would be a really good icebreaker. The problem was no one was really down to play it except for 2 people who had played Until Dawn, and they're like, is it like Until Dawn? And I was like, I've not played Until Dawn, but my girlfriend has, and she fucking loves this game. So we kept putting off playing it until literally the last week of the run, and it was so funny because if you know the game at all, there's this character who's the jock, and one of the guys that I'm playing with, he's playing a character who's holding a gun, and he keeps getting a prompt that's are you going to shoot? You hear a rustle in the bushes, are you going to shoot? And so the first time he says no, the second time he says no, but the third time he's all right, something's in there, I'm going to shoot. And then he shoots, and then it's the scene kind of changes to I guess you scared it away, blah blah blah, let's go back to the cabin. And then the camera pans, and he he had shot the jock in the face. And he was devastated for like days. He's like, I can't believe I shot Jacob. What am I gonna do? And he was like he was so distraught. It was kind of heartbreaking. But he texted me, him and the people he played with us, his girlfriend, they bought the game. And so I kept getting texts from him a few weeks ago where he's like, I saved Jacob. I played the game again and I didn't shoot Jacob in the face this time. And it was just a super fun group of people, honestly. Like, it's one of those, I guess the reason I brought up the fact that it can be hard, it felt like the new kid at school, is because by the end, like, I felt like I developed real relationships with people. One of the actors is in my city right now doing a show, so I'm going to go see his show next week. Yeah, it was crazy to realize how small the professional world is. Because you always hear, like, oh, acting, it's about who you know, or theater, it's about who you know, it's a small world. And I was like, sure. But then, like, the costume person is someone I've worked with before. And the person who does the quick changes is someone I've worked with before. And the director is somebody who knows somebody I know. And my friend Isaac, who I went to school with, is there. And wait, I know you. I saw you in this show. And, like it was crazy. And then I would talk about other shows I've worked, and like my roommate, Frankie, great example of this, knows 3 different people from my life, all for different reasons. Like, but they all know each other, like, but I all know them for the same reason, which is we went to school together. But he's like, oh no, I did a show with them. I'm from this person's hometown. Like, and I saw a show with this person in it. And it was like, it's crazy. It's crazy how small the world is. So it was like kind of vindicating in a way that, like, I don't know, because full disclosure, heart on my sleeve moment here. After the pandemic, I kind of stopped acting. I was like, it was impossible to get a job during the pandemic for obvious reasons. And a lot of the theaters that I worked with were shutting down, and then I would audition for places and I was getting nothing. And the worst thing, and I still stand by this, the worst thing about the theatrical business as an actor is a lot of theaters, it's pretty commonplace to just not tell you if you didn't get a part. Like, you'll know if you got a callback, you'll know if you got a role, but like, how long do you wait before you're like, oh, I definitely didn't get that. And that sucks. I remember when a theater contacted me in 2021 that's like, hey, sorry, thanks, but no thanks. And I like cried because I was like, thank God, I don't have to worry about this anymore. Right? Like, thank God I didn't get that part. I don't have to stress about whether or not I got that part for the next, 2 weeks. So I stopped auditioning. I stopped really trying and putting myself out there for 2 years. It wasn't until last year that I was like, I want to really try again. And the year before that, I had worked a little bit, because people had reached out to me and been like, hey, would you mind being in the show? And I was like, you're a friend, I'll do it. And blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't until last year that I was actively trying again. So it was super vindicating to then also get to work at a theater that was super important to me as a young person, as an adult. So there you go. There's your shop story. What else? What else happened in New Jersey? Oh my God. So many movies. I watched so many movies. I literally brought, I think, 20 movies with me to watch, and I watched most of them. And what's crazy is, en route, I picked up 2 movies from my dad because I just saw them in his collection. I was like, do you like these movies? Have you seen these? And he's like, nah, you can have them. So I ended up taking Doubt and fucking 10 Cloverfield Lane as well. And then I got movies for Christmas. So my thing, let me see if I can show you guys this spreadsheet, because you guys got to see this shit. Look at this spreadsheet, y'all. Oh, wait, where's my face? Sorry about that. Look at this. Look at how many movies this is. That's 225 movies I now own, which is absurd. What did I post yesterday? Oh, I posted Batman Begins yesterday. Hold on. Starting with... Yeah, these were the movies I watched while I was there. How many movies is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, 29 movies. 29 movies I watched while I was there. Almost 30 fucking movies. I'll tell you what broke my heart, though. What broke my heart was, so I really loved the movie Casablanca, and I have a physical DVD copy of it, but something's wrong with it. It doesn't play on any disc hardware I own. It doesn't play on my PS4, my PS2, my Xbox 360. It doesn't play on my DVD player that I have as a backup in case discs, are older. And so I have this movie I fucking love and I can't watch it. And so it broke my heart. And then, so I donated it and then immediately got The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's just like a little gift for me. Because I was like, well, I've already recorded TikToks that say I have X many movies, so. It's insane. I'm so excited to be done with this project, but not because I'm like bored with it or angry with it or anything. It's just, I'm like, it's so satisfying. And I don't have that many left to watch. I think I have I have 77 movies left to watch, which is crazy. I'm 2 movies away from being 2/3 done. And what's even crazier is, Lexi, I think you'll appreciate this, especially, is Purple, one of the chatters, somebody who follows the stream, good friend of the stream named Purple. They live in Japan, and they reached out to me out of the blue and said, "Hey, I also have a small DVD collection, but I don't watch them and I don't care about them as much as you do. Do you want me to send you some?" And I was just like, "Well, hold on, let me look at what you got first," because my first thought is like, how many movies do you have? Like, how many are you going to send me? And she had like 100 movies. And so I'm going through this list, and some of them were duplicates, so I'm like, I'm not going to need these. And some were just movies that like are not really my vibe. They have children, so some were children's films, not really my vibe. It doesn't matter. But the point is, they're sending me 35 movies, which would bring my total amount of movies owned to 260 movies, which is fucking insane. And so part of me is like, I kind of want to finish this before those 35 movies get there so I can like take a breather. But it's so satisfying to like put all the data into this spreadsheet. And I think as soon as I'm done, I'm going to do this huge stream where I'm going to like tier list everything. Because something I've noticed about myself is I'm really scared to give movies a 1. And part of it is my personal philosophy of like, I've never really seen a 1 movie. Because in order for a movie to get a 1 or a J out of James for me, is it has to not only be bad, but not be enjoyable. Because here's the thing. If I look at the movies that I've rated a 2, for instance, right? If I zoom in, I feel like you can't really see everything. So if we look at, The Dark Knight Rises is a great example, because I did not like this movie. This is a movie I wanted to give a 1, but at the end of the day, it's really well made, and like people are putting a lot of work and effort, and like it's not a badly made movie, it's just a bad movie, right? Or like the closest I came to a 1 was What a Girl Wants, which I have here. All the movies that I have crossed out, I've donated, that I no longer physically own copies of. But like What a Girl Wants is probably the closest I've come to like actually giving a 1, because that movie was super short and super bad and also not for me. But it did make me laugh like a few times, and I'm like, it's not a 1 because it is enjoyable and I can see how someone could like this. I think that like in order for a movie to truly get a 1 from me, it has to like, if you're familiar with the movie Manos, the Hands of Fate, it has to look like that, but not be as fun as that is to watch. Because sometimes movies are so bad, they're good. We've discussed this. Twilight is the perfect example. That movie is, like, unironically amazing and also so bad. Like, it's impossible to describe how terrible... It's not impossible... Let me just say it this way. It's not impossible to describe how terrible Twilight is, but it's impossible to describe why it's one of my favorite movies ever made. You dig? Like, every acting choice in Twilight is the wrong one. Every acting choice is the wrong one. Every take is the worst take, and yet it's amazing. which is part of the, so why I want to do a tier list once I'm done is to be like, okay, these are movies that I genuinely like, think are bad for me, and even though there are redeemable qualities, they're bad movies, right? And so I don't think I'm gonna own a movie that's a 1. The other reason I don't think I have any 1s is that, these are movies I bought, and even if they're movies I haven't seen, they're movies I bought because I heard good things or was interested in, right? So, like, there's honestly, now that we're getting to the final third, there's not many movies I haven't seen. I haven't seen Weekend at Bernie's. I've heard good things about that, though. I saw The Notebook once, but I remember kind of, like, thinking the main male character was kind of a creep. But I don't know. I'll have to... Oh, I haven't seen Edward Scissorhands. I'm excited to see that. I'm not excited to see Chicken Little because I know that I'm not going to like it. Because I used to love that movie as a kid. And I remember I was having a sad day, and I was like, I'm going to rewatch Chicken Little. And then I watched it, and it was so bad. And I was just like, oh, these jokes are not hitting the same. I'm old now. It's not even the typical kind of comedies where it's like take Airplane, for example. Love that movie. Still very funny. But it is a comedy from the 80s, and some of the jokes are like, they haven't aged great. It's like Mel Brooks does really funny movies, but I think Mel Brooks' blind spot as a comedian is gay people and gay culture. I don't think his jokes are great. They're not always terrible, but like the Blazing Saddles scene in the theater with the gay is pretty bad. That one's pretty bad, But Chicken Little, it's not that the jokes are like in poor taste or anything. It's just I'm older now, and the sense of humor is just, it doesn't appeal to me, and it sucks. And so I'm gonna feel really bad when I rewatch that one, I think. But you love The Notebook? Hell yeah. I don't think I'll dislike it. I just know that there are some genre of movie that I'm like very, very picky about, and it's musicals and rom-coms. And for musicals, it's just a problem I have with the fundamental like point of musicals, which is when a character reaches a height of emotion, they sing. And for me, as a viewer of film and movies, it's like that's when I want that really cool scene or that really well written dialogue or that really well done acting. And it's like, you're singing, right? Because it's a musical, of course they're singing. And so like there's always this weird dissonance with me whenever I watch a musical. And so I'm much more keen when when the characters are musicians or singers or performers, like then it usually clicks better. Like Once is, I think, my favorite musical fucking ever. But like when I watched Rent, I did not like Rent. And I know that Rent is one of those musicals people love or hate, as I recently, as I discovered when I went on TikTok and posted it, which was hilarious because I have a very small TikTok. I average like 200 views a video and like maybe 20 likes. Like I'm not blowing anybody out of the water. But I got not a hate comment, but there was clearly some beef on my Rent video. Which is crazy because it was the Rent live version. It wasn't even the Rent movie, which I also haven't watched yet and have on DVD. But they were like, this was written and something about the author and like what they were going through. And because I talked about how I think all the characters are kind of assholes, was like, all these people are terrible people, but not in the like fun or interesting terrible. Because you can have not traditionally nice people as your main character, right? That's why people love anti-heroes, or like, and also it's interesting to watch. People are flawed. Your main characters should be flawed. But for me, it was just like, if I knew any of these people in real life, I would not be friends with them. And no, not because they're gay and have AIDS. It's because like they're just one of the character who's supposed to be the bastion of good. The first thing we learn about them is that they killed a dog for money. And I'm like, wow, fuck you. But I digress. This is not a stream about Rent. But I just remember the person was very adamant that I didn't understand Rent. And I'm like, no, I get it. I just don't like it. It's okay. And I think part of the reason why why I'm doing the TikToks and why I'm doing all this in general is it's for me. Like, I wanted to put my thoughts down and record them. And you know, and I have this spreadsheet. Like, it's because this is my collection of my movies, and it's how I feel about them. It's why I rate things out of James, out of my name, because it's my opinion, right? But people are very... What was another one? Oh, Sully. I just posted my Sully review, and someone was like, the problem with rating something objectively, and I was like, where did I say here that objectively I had an opinion, like, that objectively what I said was true? I just think Sully doesn't need to be a full movie. I think it needs to be a 20-minute short film, because the movie's good, but the problem is when you take a real-life historical event, like The Miracle on the Hudson and Sully Sullenberger's consummate, or following... What's it called? The fact that they were like, they had an investigation about, like, did he do the right thing? The problem with when you take a real life event and you turn it into film is there are certain things that happen in storytelling. There are certain rules and laws in storytelling that don't apply to real life, right? This is a weird thing to say, but like, there's this moment in the show Community where he's like, I can tell the difference between film and real life. Film has rules and likable leading men. Real life has no rules and no structure, right? And so for Sully, everybody knows that, like, he did an amazing, objectively good thing. And that even though there's a feasible world where he could have saved the plane itself and didn't sink the plane into the Hudson, like, he saved everybody's life. And the kind of... I guess what I'm saying is there was a scene where, like, Sully is on the phone with his wife, and she's, like, nervous about their second home that they own. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't care about Sully's second house. He's a grown-ass man who's a pilot and like, I just... Especially because there were interesting things that they did touch upon. Like, there was this dope PTSD, like, undercurrent that the pilot and the co-pilot had. And I was like, that's interesting. Can we explore that more? Instead of, why would I give a shit about Sully's second house? The man has 2 houses. I'm a fucking broke millennial. I can't relate to that. Whatever. I love movies. I catch myself talking like this all the time. Which is something never mind. As I was saying earlier, musicals and... What was the second thing I was picky about? Oh, rom-coms. I'm very picky about my rom-coms because I hate... There is no trope in film I hate more than the random misunderstanding means we break up for like 20 minutes and then we get back together at the end. I fucking hate that shit in rom-coms so much. It's that and liar revealed stories. The liar revealed where it's like, it's the same thing. 20 minutes from the end, like, for 20 minutes towards the third act of the movie, Flick, the ant, gets yelled at by the other bugs because they're like, you said we were this. And then the ants yell at Flick because, like, you said you were this. And it's like, oh, well, Flick lied and lying's bad. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I hate the liar revealed story. Like, trope. I think it's bullshit. And the whole random misunderstanding leads to breakup is, I feel like, the rom-com equivalent of that. And so, like, of the rom-coms... Oh, shit, you got 3 ads? I'm sorry, bro. I don't even have my thing open. The ad that fucking Twitch... I have a theory that Jeff Bezos is looking at Twitch and it's like, you're not making enough money. Because the whole ad system on my end completely overhauled. I used to be able to just say, all right, I'm going to do an ad now. Now it's all automated. And it's like, I can't really fuck with it. I can snooze it like 3 times. And I've already snoozed 2 ads. So, I'm so sorry that y'all keep getting ads. I'm going to take this time to inappropriately shill for you guys to sub to my Twitch channel. Means you won't get any ads. Man, I need to, like, give you guys more, I think, if you sub. I should probably set up a Discord, right? That's something people do. I should set up a Discord. Okay, speaking of future streams, which is, as I just realized, right here on, next on my fucking thing. I was just talking about movies for like 20 minutes. But something that, like, I really enjoy streaming, and I want to do more of it before my next acting gig, because I've been auditioning for a lot of local stuff so that I can still stream, but, you go where the work is. And unironically, I did get a call back from Silicon Valley Shakespeare, which is in California, which is on the other side of the country. So I don't know. We'll see. But I have a lot of really fun stream ideas. One of the main things that I really want to keep doing is Late to the Game, which is a series I started before I left, where I played Five Nights at Freddy's and fucking... Oh shit, are you near Silicon Valley? Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, if I get the gig, we'll have to fucking meet up. Excuse me. But the Late to the Game, because something about myself that I realized when I started streaming, just kind of in general, is the video games I play. Like, I will play a video game, and we're gonna play it later today. Is a great example. Is I'll play a game and I'll play it 100 times, and I'll like. It's kind of like, you know how people have comfort TV shows? I have comfort games. So, also, gaming can be an expensive hobby. I haven't really branched out a lot, and I didn't as a younger person, and I say that like I'm 1,000 years old now, but you know what I mean. And so I have a lot of games here. Here, let me show you. Now, let's move my face. Nope, wrong face. This is what I want to move. Boom. So, over here, we have my perfectly legal Nintendo Don't Come For Me DS emulator that has some Pokemon DS games that I didn't play. Over here, we have some Game Boy Advance games. Also, it's not an emulator. I don't know. You know what? Never mind. You don't need to look at that. But then I have Fallout New Vegas is a game that I really, really... Here, I have to move my face again. It's bothering me. Sorry. Fallout New Vegas is a game like... I played Fallout 3, and I hated Fallout 3. Oh, shit. Okay, hold up. I played Fallout 3, and I hated it because I really didn't like the ending, and I didn't feel like it was a super good RPG. Because I love RPGs, right? Like, one of the games that I first played long form on this stream was Knights of the Old Republic. So y'all know how I feel about RPGs. Also, this is a D&D stream as well, and also, yes, Baldur's Gate 3 is right here. Oh, I'll talk to you guys about Baldur's Gate 3 in a minute. Anyways, but for my Late to the Game thing, I also have Half-Life, which is apparently, like, the first shooter that had, like, a story, other than just shoot alien and shoot terrorist. So that's a game I've been very interested in that I'd like to play. I know people are obsessed with it, because I love Portal 2 and Portal, and apparently it's connected to these games, so I'm very curious to see that. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, I tried to stream that on my shitty laptop, and that was a bust, so I do want to give that another try on here. I also want to play Undertale. I know that's a big one that people are like... People love Undertale, and that game totally passed me by, so I want to play that. Star Wars Republic Commando is a game I want to play. What else do I have that fits the Late to the Game model? Because I have some games on my Steam that I just haven't downloaded. Undertale is good. That's what I hear. I hear, like, people who love Undertale love Undertale. What do I have for Late to the Game? I have it literally... Oh, yeah. I have Return of the Obra Dinn. I've been told I should play... A Plague Tale. Someone in my family has been very adamant that I play a Plague Tale. So those are the games I want to do for Late to the Game. Okay, so actually I have to do some prep work real quick for something. I forgot I have to marinate chicken for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna take a 5, and when I get back, I'll keep talking about future streams, and then we'll actually play games. I promise. This isn't just a chatting stream. I just, I love to talk and catch up with you guys and all that jazz. So I will see you guys in about 5 minutes.
Switch me to the party leader, then use me to open the door.
Use me, Daddy.
Left click to target the door, then left click it again. Now that the door's open, you better take the lead again.
What if I want... I forgot our name. Jacob Smith. Just I need a moment.
Oh, wait. We get to ask another question, don't you think?
And you will be able to ask it, but I like legitimately and he looks at Quinto. He's like, I need a moment. Do you need a moment? He's like, yeah. So our city is infested with hags.
Well,
You have a map to a treasure of countless proportion just sort of on you in your pocket. And there's a dragon coming.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Why are we telling them all this?
Maybe we should have figured out if we could trust them.
Yeah. Out of game, James is saying, yeah, that might have been like a good like. he just asked who Mother Madness was, and you're like, yo, here's the plot. Go with an Appalachian style kook. That's a cook. Kook? It's kook with a K? Now I'm like, is it cock? Kook. That's no. It keeps. One too many hits with the snake. Appalachian style. What's another word? Crackpot. There we go. An Appalachian style crackpot. Ladies, gentlemen, NBs, variations thereupon, sentients all, welcome back. Welcome back. I can't do math. I'm simple chip brain. Oh my god, I'm just giving myself the best out for anything ever. I have a monkey brain. Not even a man brain, I have a monkey brain. I'm just a really intelligent monkey. Okay, that makes me feel great, actually. If we don't own the central point, then we are a lot easier to overtake. Just like in chess! He who controls the spice controls the universe, and he who owns the center platform can suck on his dick! Oh, sorry, I guess I ran out of rockets.
Welcome back to the sultry sounds of Dungeons and Debs. Glad we could keep you here. Glad you're sticking up. I literally just drooled. No big deal, it's fine. Nothing to see here.
Okay. Totally had a whole bit that I was gonna do, and then I drooled.
Cool.
Wait, it's just you. Wait, we're stuck in here, aren't we? Haven't got.
Yeah, no, we're stuck. Yeah, we're stuck in here.
Wait, say it again.
We are stuck in here.
Liberty.
You say liberty, and there's another pulse, and the door is open. I guess I'll stop cursing. But it doesn't matter that I stop cursing because I'm done with the stream. Alright, we will say fuck your life. Bing bong. Excuse me. Okay. The video is... Oh, no! The video is actually super long, but I'm gonna fucking... I just spilled a shit of... I just spilled a lot. We're gonna take a 5. Oh, God. And everybody in the vicinity takes 22 points of lightning damage.
I'm down.
I'm dead.
Is there not a save? Is it just...
There is no save. Oh my Christ.
I want to say, I ran out of the door.
That's just as much health that I had.
You were unable to react in time, my friend, so that's one. And you have 2 options. You could kill him, or you could literally change him so much that if he met him from like a week ago, he would hate him to the point of like willing to fight and kill him. And that's, like, in my mind, that's genuinely worse. Like, that has to be, right? To change the very core of a person? And, like, here's the thing. In the Star Wars world, it's easy to hide behind the fact that, like, yes, one side is unequivocally good, right? And one side is very obviously evil. But, like, in real life, it's scarcely so black and white. Crack that sternum for old Dr. Jim. Dr. Jim Malpractice. Ah! Oh, God, that sound was so bad. I hated it. Oh, God. Here, I'm gonna make my name. No, but we're gonna spell it like Star Wars. Jacob Smith. Alright, we're Jacob Smith. We've done it. Okay. Alright, and that's it. Now we play, y'all. Oh my god. The serotonin, the nostalgia. Okay, that's a ball.
See you next time around, kid.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? That was a strike. That was a strike my ass. That was a fucking strike. With their nimbleness, nimblosity, nimblity, nimble. With their nimbleness. Okay, we got their shields. Good to be back. Also, I lied. I didn't marinate the chicken. I don't know what the marinate recipe is, so I'm gonna do that later. Anyways, some plans I have for the future of this stream. I have a couple plans. So we've got the late to the game stuff. Excuse me. I also have some games that I want to just be able to play chill, you know, for chiller vibes. Some streams I just want to game, just want to hang out, you know, stuff like that. Nothing too serious. And
Watch your profanity.
But I didn't even say anything. Anyways, So some of those games are games like Spiritfarer, Baldur's Gate 3, Castle Crashers. These are games that fall into the purview of like games I've played a lot. And so when I, you know, my comfort games, with the exception of Spiritfarer and Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a game I'd like to play a lot. The problem is just finding friends who also have games. Well, because here's the thing. I have a gaming crew that I ride with, but they're all PlayStation people. Like, it's impossible to get them to switch over to the wonderful, beautiful, amazing world that is Microsoft. And I understand, you know, it's kind of a monopoly. It's kind of fucked up. I get it. I get not wanting to be there. But there's only so many times I can play Lego Fortnite. I love my friends so much, but like, fucking God, I hate that game. I really do. It's just Minecraft. It's just Minecraft again. And I've played Minecraft. I know what Minecraft looks like. I don't need to do it again to really get it to sink in. Anyways. But the main thing I'm most excited for is I have these things called game plans, right? So on my little document here that's like stream goals and stream things, you know, I have late to the game options, I have chill plays, and then I have my game plans. So these are games that like I want to turn into YouTube videos, right? Because the late to the game stuff translates pretty well to YouTube, I think. But there's other stuff that, you know, I want to make YouTube videos about, and I think Twitch is a good place to basically record all that shit, just keep it fresh and authentic, and then I can go in and edit it and make it look pretty later. So, one of the ones that's going to be coming up pretty soon is I'm going to do something called a Skyrim Iron Man challenge. Now, if you don't know what a Skyrim. So if you don't know that, it's an old term from old school RuneScape, and it has to do with like kind of limiting yourself in terms of resources. Or in the case of Skyrim, it's literally resource based. So I can't buy things from traders. I have to make everything. I have to make my weapons. I have to make my armor. Everything. And there's a YouTuber. What's his name? Oh my god, I had it written down here. and I think I deleted it. Oh, by Joov, Joov. He is the YouTuber, and he like created this, and I watched one, and I was like, that's so cool. I bet I could do that. And so he has some arbitrary rules that it's like the run ends when you build a house and you have a specific set of armor. It's like the Nordic armor, if you know anything about Skyrim. Anyways, but following the vein of other streamers and creators like Ludwig, I'm going to do the old yoink and twist. And I'm not just going to rip the man's idea because it's his idea. So instead, we're going to yoink it and twist it. I'm going to do a Skyrim Iron Man challenge, but I'm going to have my own goal, right? I'm going to keep the build a house thing because I think that's a great goal, but I'm going to have a different goal as far as something else. I think it's going to be a specific type of potion or something I'm going to make. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm still workshopping. But the main thing is I'm going to give myself 3 tries. Because it's been a little while since I played Skyrim, I'm not going to lie. But I don't think I'll die a lot, but I might die. Oh, that's the other thing about Iron Man challenges. If you die once, you're dead forever. So I'm going to give myself 3 tries. And if I don't get it by the 3rd try, I'm going to punish myself by buying X Twitter. I'm going to get a Twitter Blue. And I have to pay for it for like minimum a month. I don't even have a Twitter anymore, but I will have, like, that's the punishment. And so that's going to be, I think, a fun video idea. I have another one that has to do with... I'm obviously going to do drunk surgery again, because that shit is super fun. But I'm going to do a better job than I did the last time I tried to do it a second time, because I have a better computer that I can actually play it on now. Do you remember? You were 100% there for that, Lexi, I think, when I did drunk surgery a second time. And just, it was so laggy and so unwatchable. And I was also drunk, so I was like, this is bad. I had a bad time with that video. You're down to help come up with punishments? I have some. I have some that I've set up for a different one as well. So drunk surgery, we're definitely doing another one. I'm going to do an infomercial bingo, because I didn't grow up with TV, like cable TV or anything. And so commercials are fascinating to me, particularly infomercials. And so I watch a lot of infomercials on YouTube. So I'm going to make an infomercial bingo card, and we're going to have a fun stream where we just watch infomercials and chat and joke and have fun. Another one is, I'm a big fan of the Game of Thrones TV show, at least before it got really bad in season 5 and onwards. And so I have a mod to a game I really like, and I want to... There's going to be one where it's going to be like, you know, I randomly pick a faction of Game of Thrones and I try to take over Westeros. That's going to be one. There's going to be one, I don't know if you saw when I was showing my screen, I downloaded Halo, which is a game I used to play as a kid. I loved that series as a kid, and so I'm going to do like a Halo weekend. I was going to do it, part of me, like, I feel like that would work best for Halloween, but it's not scary. And so I might call it something else, but I think Halo Weekend, Halo Weekend, I think that's a good idea, but I don't know, I'm still jumping around with it. But as for coming up with punishments, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you thought the really bad Drunk Surgery 2 was good, but this is going to be Drunk Surgery 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's going to be so much better than Drunk Surgery 2, the original. The original Drunk Surgery was great. I have no notes for the original Drunk Surgery. But I have something I've done a lot that we're going to do here is I'm working on my aim training, because I grew up gaming on controllers. And so I'm really bad at mouse and keyboard, like, shooters and gaming in general. Like, I'm used to using analog sticks to move, not the WASD, right? And so there's a site called Human Benchmark, and I'm going to set myself arbitrary goals. And for every time I get it wrong, I'll do a punishment. And so I have some here where it's like smelling salts, hot sauce, chat writes a social media post, maybe Bean Boozled, stuff like that. We've also got the Twitter Blue thing. So yeah. I have some plans. I have some fun options set up for this year. I'm really excited. I'm currently editing my Late to the Game Papers, Please video, which should hopefully come out this month. I realized the video I was going to post, the AI video that I posted earlier this year, I was going to post in December, but I was working on the show and I was really in the trenches. Oh, that's something I wanted to talk about from working in New Jersey. We did a lot of student shows, like shows for students, not just matinees. They were like shows explicitly for students, but we did them while they were in school, and so we did them at 10 a.m. And so what that means is I have to be up at 7 a.m. Now, I don't like being up at 7 a.m. But all my prep work, I have to do all my prep work, and also, like, my other job, like, you know, I had so I was up at 7 for, like, 3 weeks straight, and we did 10 shows in a week one week, which was, that was the worst, was 10 shows. Because usually you do about, like, I'm trying to do the math here, like 7 or 8 shows a week, depending on how your theater does matinees. And so adding an extra 3 shows onto that, I was exhausted after that 10 show week. And we were doing talkbacks after like every show. And so instead of my work being like, hey, you have an hour and a half before you get to the show, you have the show, and then you have like 20 minutes afterwards, it's like 2 hours beforehand, the show, and then another like half an hour to an hour afterwards. So like my work day was becoming so much longer while I was there. But I didn't mind, you know, just that 10 show week was rough. Anyways. Oh, some other games that I haven't bought yet, but part of the reason I haven't bought them is because I haven't played the other games I bought for late to the game is God of War, that new God of War series everybody loves. I've heard really good things. And then the game Dredge. I heard really good things about Dredge. Yeah. Another one is, you know the game Keep Talking and No One Explodes with the bomb? If Dustin ever actually comes back to streaming again, him and I talked about it. He seems, the poor guy seems like that's just not what gives him joy anymore. But I wanted to do Keep Talking and No One Explodes with him. I think that would be super fun. But I might do it with other people from the D&D stream, like Spencer, or I might do it even with my partner. I think that would be fun. Though I don't know if she would be comfortable streaming. We'll have to see. She was famous on TikTok for a bit, so like it's not like she's you know unaware or not used to being in the public eye. But I don't know if streaming is her jam, so we'll see. Then obviously once I'm done with the DVDs, I'm gonna have a huge stream about that. I think I've talked about all the stuff I have ideas for now. Obviously, if you ever come up with an idea, feel free to message me on Instagram. Which, because I don't have Twitter anymore, that's probably the main way to get in contact with me. Though, Lexi, you know me on Discord, so there's that avenue for you, but I'm just talking about in general. But yeah, the plan mostly is going to be late to the game, theme streams, interspersed with me just chill playing games I like. And today we're going to do one of those fucking things. That's right, that's what we call a transition. Oh shit, I lied. I'm going to do the aim training thing first. Then I'll remember that transition, because I'll come back to it. Shit! Benchmark. Alright, now if you have been watching the stream this past year, you will 100% recognize this beautiful little site. It is our dear friends over at Human Benchmark. Hold up, we're just going to, as much as I love the cafe, we're going to take a break from the cafe. So there's the reaction time test. This is a classic one. And, you know, you wait for it to turn green, and then once it does, then you click it, and you see how fast your reaction time is. And then you do it like a couple times to get an average. Now, that's not why we're here today. Why we're here today is because, here we go, is we're looking for this one. As stated before, and many times, I'm not very good at video games, but particularly computer video games, because I didn't grow up playing them. You know, I'm much more... Oh, shit, I forgot. It just kind of starts right away as soon as you click it. Fuck. Oh, this is going to be such a bad start. But the goal is you hit 30 targets, and it times you, and gives you an average of how good you are, and... Oh, God, and how accurate you are, and... Oh my God, this is so bad. None of these are headshots. Okay, so that's a really bad showing. At my peak so far, I've managed to get 500 milliseconds. My goal today is to get somewhere near 500 milliseconds again, because it's been so long since I played. Now, I'm debating, I have my little wrist support mouse pad here, and I'm like, is this gonna help, or should I just raw dog it on the fucking desk right now? I'm gonna try it once, both ways, we'll see which works more. Alright, here we go. My problem is I click way too early. I need to just breathe. I need to breathe. I need to be calm. The game, you know, the shit's not going anywhere. Oh my god! Okay, see? Already better. Right? I don't know, man. All right. I'm gonna give it a few more tries, and then we'll play the game. All right. This one I'm just gonna raw dog it on the desk. It's certainly gliding around a lot easier. Oh god. I got this. Now I'm just spam clicking. I'm like, if I'm in the general vicinity, it'll go off. Maybe that's the new strategy. It seems to work. But I don't know if that's just because I'm getting better because I've done it more times. So this is going to be our last run. I promise. Oh no, I feel like I was on such a roll and then I did really bad. Ah, yes, I was. All right, I can't look at myself anymore. All right. All right, okay. So here's the deal. What was that fucking amazing transition I had earlier that's like, I'm gonna fucking the thing? Oh, so yes, the here we go. Boom. All right. So something the future for the stream is we're going to be doing stuff that's late to the game. We're going to do themed streams that we talked about, and then we're going to do just some chill plays like today, where today we're going to play Sentinels of the Multiverse. I really enjoy this game. If you may not be aware, but behind me over here, oh my god, my fucking webcam. Is my webcam even visible? Oh, it's because... There we go. But behind me over here are tons of board games. And one of them is Sentinels of the Multiverse, which is sort of like a cooperative card game type deal. Excuse me. And you like... You know, you play superheroes completely... You know, their own branding, but are, you know, loosely based on other superheroes. And you fight bad guys and you have a good time. So we're going to play this for a little bit. And then I'm going to... Yeah, we'll just hang out. The key is, I'm also just now remembering, so you get to pick from all these villains, you can buy more, you also have all these hero options, and we'll go through the heroes a bit more in depth, and then you have an environment that you fight in. But right now, I'm going to spin randomly for what villain I fight, because I was thinking a lot about different things, but I just kind of want to go with whatever works. Okay, so what that means... what is happening? What that means is that's basically the like Thanos of this sort of comic book universe. What's he look like? Yeah, here we go. He's just this little guy. He doesn't have a gauntlet, but he's got a super cool belt, and his whole thing is I guess it's closer to say he's more like Darkseid, because he's like a conqueror. Thanos is too, but Thanos right now is most famous for his gauntlet. Alright, so here we have the heroes. And the heroes are super fun, and they're pretty much when you play the game, that's what you play as. You play as the heroes, duh. And they have all kinds of different rules, and it's a deck-based game, but instead of deck building, like Dominion's a deck building game, right? Instead of deck building, it's more of a... also, I think it's going to make more sense for me to put the webcam over here now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry. So, the decks are static, but they kind of they synergize really well. So, this is Absolute Zero. He's, I guess, would most closely be related to, like, an Iron Man type. He has a special suit on, and the way his sort of deck works is it's based on kind of damaging himself. but he has cards that turn that damage into healing or turn that damage back on the enemy. Like, it's a very kind of like interwoven, it's very messy and complicated. I hate this deck. Then you have Bunker, which is basically like, this is probably closer to Iron Man, but it is a robot. So it's kind of like, it's like a what's his face? Vision, if Vision was a warmonger, instead of like an, if when Vision fought himself, he's like, I'm gonna blow your dick off, instead of, let's talk about the ship of Theseus. That's more his vibe. Then you have the Fanatic, which is kind of like Hawkgirl mixed with like religious imagery. You have Haka, Ultron. There is an Ultron baddie. An Ultron-like baddie, Omnitron. It's like, it's a robot factory that becomes self-aware and also a robot thing. It's kind of, it's eh. Then you have Haka, who is sort of like based off of the active Haka and Maori traditions and stuff, and he's kind of like, I guess his kind of vibe is similar to the Hulk, but like it's like Smart Hulk, I guess, more like. Then you have Legacy, who's just Superman, but the whole thing is that he's a descendant of Paul Revere. So he's kind of like your Captain America, Superman archetype. Then you have Ra, who's your Thor of this world, except it's Ra instead of Thor, and it's fire instead of lightning. Then you have Tachyon. This is one of my favorite decks. I really like the Tachyon deck a lot, and it's the Speedster, sort of your Quicksilver, your Flash of this universe. Then you have Tempest, who's kind of like Martian Manhunter with lightning powers. It's kind of cool. I like the... I'll use the Tempest deck every so often. In fact, I think we should for this one, because something to keep in mind, you see the symbol down here. Do you see that symbol? Yeah, you see the symbol. So the symbol down here, if it's on the enemy's card, oops, like right up here, that means they're nemesis, and so like they do more damage to each other. And I just think that's a fun dynamic. You have the Visionary, who is just Lady Professor X. You have the Wraith, who is Lady Batman. You have Unity, who is kind of like the Technopath kid from that show Heroes. I'm sure there's a comic book character that's similar to that, but I usually don't use Unity all that much. I don't really understand her deck. There's Expatriate, who's Lady Punisher. There's Mr. Fixer, who's just who's like the Iron Fist of this world, but his theme is all based around like car mechanic stuff, which is pretty fun. I like that. Then this is another deck I don't fully get, the Argent Adept, a Virtuoso of the Void. He's like a musical themed hero. Oh, Jesus. He's like a musical themed hero, lots of magic. This is another magic hero, kind of like the Doctor Strange of this world. And now we're getting into characters that I know fuck all about because I haven't played with them yet. So you have the Scholar. I don't know what he does. Chrono Ranger, I assume just time-traveling cop. Omnitron X, so the good version of the robot Ultron. Captain Cosmic, I don't get. Skyscraper, I don't know what they're about. I do know this. Guys is the, like, Deadpool of this world, and I fucking hate this deck. It's really cringe. I really don't like it. So, okay. I think we definitely go with Tachyon and Tempest. Tachyon because it's my favorite deck. Tempest because they're the like, arch nemesis of Voss. What's jumping out at you guys, if anything? Part of me's like, I should probably use... I'm not going to use Guys, but I should probably use one that I don't know all that well. Just kind of like for funsies. I feel like... What's this guy's deal? This one is he heals 1 HP. He kind of looks like the Big Lebowski. Let's give him a shot. Yeah. No, I don't want Time Cop. And then I feel like we should go for a support hero. Excuse me. So either Legacy or the Visionary. I feel like we go with Legacy. It's an interesting team. Superman, the Flash, Martian Manhunter, and the Big Lebowski. And then lastly, to pick it all off, you pick an environment to fight in. Now, he's an alien. So we should probably do something crazy. Let's do Docthora Capital. I don't know what this is, but this kind of looks like... it's Taki's already on your list. I like the Flash, but Wizard is my favorite class for most games. Is there like a wizardy hero? What's the closest thing to Wizard? Oh, yeah, duh. There's Night Mist. So yeah, let's lose the Scholar. Let's give Night Mist a shot, because I also don't really know how to play Night Mist. Alright. And then for Environment... I saw this one. I'm just going to go for this one. Because why do I have the feeling that this guy is... In the box. Goodness. I think I have a hair stuck in my throat. But yeah. Alright, hold on. I just realized I have to send a text message. Let's get ourselves set up here. Cower before the might of the Thorian conquering fleet, says this man. This evil Thanos-looking motherfucker. Though I guess, yeah, he does kind of look more like Darkseid. The more I look at him. Oh, he's just gonna start with 4 minions. Also, I should probably turn... Oh, shit. Wrong button. Sorry, y'all. I meant options, not main menu. I have the animation... I usually play this game while I have something else going on, so I usually turn the animation speed way up so that I can just, you know, go to my turn. So he's got a shit ton of minions. That's kind of what his deck is based on, which is frustrating. It also looks like they're all immune to different kinds of damage, which is a little frustrating. And then they obviously either all deal damage or destroy cards and stuff. This is going to be interesting. Oh, I hate... So, sometimes they have the option to do damage to just one character or to a bunch of characters. I hate when they do it to a bunch, because it can make it hard to plan for. What kind of damage is this? This is psychic damage. I also really love the artwork for this game. Like, look at this dude. Look at this gross little guy. Maybe I put myself more in the middle. Does that make more sense? I don't know. We'll see. I don't really like myself there either, but I want you guys to see the artwork. I really love the artwork for this game. Which player is considered to have the most... Who has the most health right now? Legacy. So we'll hit Legacy then, I guess. Oh my god, that's so much damage. That's 3 sonic damage. Why so much? Okay, well, the first thing I'm gonna fucking do is... Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... Okay, so maybe... Yeah, I live over here now. As stated, I really like the artwork on these cards. I think I'm definitely going to go with this one, because he has the most health. Maybe not always, but he has the most health. And so, if he takes less damage, and will often be targeted, because usually cards are like, the hero with the most health, or the hero with the least health. Like, that's usually how the wording is. So. Alrighty. Oh, perfect. Do any of them have 2? No, none of them have 2. Alright, so here we go. Let's look at some more beautiful artwork. This card is a fucking game-ending card. I love this card. So, something I really like about the Flash's deck, or Tachyon's deck, is you see here how it says burst, and then burst, 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 burst. So you have a bunch of cards that are called burst cards. If you have a bunch of burst cards in your trash, this card does more damage. And so usually what I do is I'll just discard and play a bunch of burst cards and then wait for this card and just do like a fuck ton of damage right out the gate. But for right now, let's get the HUD goggles going and put up Synaptic Interruption, which means that if Tachyon would be dealt more damage, she can redirect it. Alright, let's look at the top of my deck. This is a great card, so I'm not going to discard this. Problem is I can't use it till next turn, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. So right now I'm kind of setting up my like defensive stuff. I'm also going to put up Otherworldly Resilience, which is another -1 damage thing. So he has one, and now Legacy has one, which should help them both a little bit. And Tempest is a hero who does damage to pretty much everybody, so this should be nice. -10. Wait, did you see that? Why did it say -10? Okay, the good news is if I don't know Night Mist that well, but if Night Mist has a card that does even just a little bit of damage to everybody, that'll make this board a lot cleaner. So you and I are going to learn about about Night Mist together. Discard power. Discard one card. If you do, reveal the top 2 cards of a deck. Put one on the top and one on the bottom. Okay, that's just kind of a handy ability. Discard a card. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until the discarded cards, this thing, relics, are revealed. Put the relics in your hand. Shuffle the other revealed cards back into your deck. Okay, I assume relics are something that's important to this kind of character. Mistbound. Discard 2 cards. If you do, you may select a deck. Cards from that deck cannot be played until the start of your next turn. Ooh, that's a great ability. I'm gonna hold on to that. Okay, this has to do with destroying environment cards, which hasn't had a turn yet. I feel like let's do Call Forth. We'll discard Astral Premonition. Here we go. Increase damage dealt by Night Mist by 1. Tome of Elder Magic. Starshield Necklace. I can't read these fast enough. Holy shit. Another tome. Why am I drawing so many? What's my power? Deal myself 2 damage and then draw 2 cards. Okay. Well, we're not going to do that. We're still learning about this character. This looks like it's going to be one of the complicated ones. Oh, we're fighting on his homeworld. Shit. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-Thorian target 2 energy damage. Okay, they're minions. They're not Thorians. But what's his face? Mr. Voss is one. Oh, yeah. Tachyon is amazing. Hands down my favorite hero. Alright, and I finally got that chicken marinade recipe, so I'm going to have to do that in a little bit. Oh, damn, they're fucking us up. That's another thing, is this game is unforgiving, which is something I like about it, because I feel like because there are so many options, if there was just like an easy... If it was easy, it wouldn't be fun, I guess is what I'm saying. Jesus, but our health is dropping like a crazy right now. Okay, I think the first thing we do is this one. This will heal everybody a little bit. Literally only 1 HP. But everyone will get a little health back. And then everyone's damage will be higher. Alright, Legacy, there you go. Motivational Charge. Okay. It's a way for Legacy to deal damage, which is nice. We're going to... The question is, do I Hypersonic Assault? Which means nobody can deal damage to me next turn. To any of my people. Or do I just sucker... No, do Hypersonic Assault, because that's going to kill this and do that. Yeah. Right, let's see if we can figure out why he had -10 earlier. Just Grand Warlord Voss -2. What does that mean? Oh, and I forgot I'm doing 3 damage now, which is great. I might be able to just sucker punch somebody anyways. And it's all sonic damage, and he's immune to energy, so we're good there. Sounds like a last-second defensive. The Hypersonic Assault is pretty handy. I usually use it when I'm absolutely fucked. Oh, because it has a mind. Well, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if I said this out loud, but this game is really hard to play as a board game because it's real fucking fiddly with the the pluses and the minuses. Who do we want to sucker punch? I feel like they're both... Tempest is going to finish off whoever we don't finish off, so let's just take out this guy. And then... See, another Hypersonic Assault. Hell yeah, let's take that. Great card. This should give us tons of breathing room. Alright. Chain Lightning we don't need because there's not enough people. There's no environment cards, so we don't need Flash Flood. Why are you taking reduced damage? Oh, reduce damage to him by 2 for each minion in play. Okay. I guess the question is, do I do something defensive or something offensive? Because my power is offensive. So I'll get like my punch in. It's just like, do I also want to... Yeah, let's do this. And then we'll save Lightning Slash for whatever happens next. Hell yeah. Alright, we're doing better, we're doing better. We took a lot of damage, like, in a row. But now the board is pretty clean, and I just got a great card for him. Alright, let's look at these fucking relics. Increase damage by 1. Power is draw a card and then destroy this card. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, Night Mist regains this number's HP. That's handy. This is just... It's all about drawing cards for them, but, like, what card am I trying to get? You know what I mean? I feel like let's put out the Healing Necklace. I feel like that's probably the best bet right now. I'm not going to hurt myself to do more damage. And then let's discard this, because I already have an Elder Ring, and it's little red number. Work with your character's strength unless this guy's going to Omega Beam you. Yeah, God, I hope not. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-minion target 2 melee damage. So that's us. That's just fun, isn't it? Oh, but it is the minion, so it doesn't hurt fucking Grand Warlord Voss. Damn, I really did pick the wrong place to fight this guy. It's literally his home turf. I was like, this just looks like an outer space planet. It's like, no, James, it's the one outer space planet. Alright, Thanos. When this card is destroyed, take all the minion cards from the villain trash, put them into play. There's got to be a way where I can maybe put it at the bottom of his fucking thing instead. That could be interesting. Let's bolster our allies. Everybody draw some cards. Alright, and then we'll use our power. Everybody gets a little bit. Everyone's a little bit stronger now. Alright, Tachyon. I'm counting on you. Let's do this. This allows us to draw a shit ton of cards, so hopefully we'll find something good. I have to discard 2, so let's discard this one. Sorry, I feel like I know this deck really well, so I'm not... none of your heroes have advantage on certain environments. There's one environment that, like, has helpful cards in it, but the environment is mostly neutral. This one just pairs really poorly, because the, like, his whole thing is based on minion cards, and as you can see over here, like, this has the minion keyword, like, so it just kind of fucks me. Let's get rid of lightning reflexes. Alright, and then we'll play you. Boom. Shakalaka. Alright, how many burst cards do we have in the trash right now? 1, 2, 3. We've got 3, so it's easily half right now. Now these are goggles. I don't need the goggles, so we can discard the goggles. Another burst card. Perfect, perfect. The more burst cards, the better. Alright, I feel like it's going to be harder to hit Thanos once forced deployment gets dealt with. So I'm just going to do him damage directly. Oh, and he has that fucking minion out there. Hold up. Oh, there's little else I can do. Shit. Because I was going to do a shit ton more damage. It's going to do 8 damage originally. Now it only does 6. Fuck! Yeah, I literally just got... Yeah, I literally just misplayed that one. We'll hit the minion first, because apparently he takes less damage when there are minions out. God damn it. Alright, we got some of that damage in, which is nice. And hopefully Night Mist has something that can get rid of that card in a better way. Okay, that's a good... So it seems to be all about drawing cards and healing with her. But if I'm trying to think. I think we put... What's this one? Oh, hold up, hold up. You have 1 card in your trash. You have 1 card in your trash. Okay, it would only work for Tachyon. Sorry, okay, so how this one works is if I force someone to shuffle their discard pile back into their deck, she heals a bunch, and Tachyon would be great for that, but Tachyon's graveyard needs to be full. So instead we're going to put up Master of Magic. Just have her be Miss Heal Lady. And, I guess I'll deal myself 2 damage and draw 2 cards, because I've got to figure out what the deal is. Oh, fuck, I forgot! Legacy's damage boost also affects stuff that hurts me. Fuck. God, I hope these cards are good. I really hurt myself just there. Fuck! Alright, well, let's heal ourselves at least for that much damage. Alright, it's like nothing happened. Damn it. Can you use Night Mist, but discard Tacky's card, or is it limited to each character's graveyard? No, it's because Night Mist's cards are the only ones that have that, like, little red box. If Tachyon had that, and I think there might be... I haven't purchased all the heroes, because there's a lot... The game's super cheap, but the, like, DLC can be... Though it is also cheap, it kind of, you know, can add up. So I haven't bought all of the heroes, but I think there might be another hero that synergizes with Night Mists that has cards like that as well. Oh my god, look at all these fucking minions. Literally all of them are back. I'm so pissed. And then there's another one. Great. Just great. I am not looking forward to the amount of damage I'm about to be taking right now. Ah, you're watching on your phone. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, man. I'll tell you, I'm getting cooked like a fucking steak right now by this guy. I'll tell you that for free. Cooked like prime rib. Alrighty, alrighty, alright. God, everyone's getting a lick in. And only Legacy and Tempest are the ones that are taking, like, 1 damage each time. Everyone else is taking 2, which is really fucking adding up. Holy mackerel. Alright, the good news is that the Tempest does a lot of damage to multiple targets. That's kind of his whole thing. The problem is, I honestly... I think if I knew Night Mist better, I might not have chosen her, to be honest. What's Abject Refugees? At the start of this environment turn, each player may draw a card. Whenever this card would be dealt damage, a player may discard a card to redirect that damage to a hero target. Oh, so this is something that's kind of helpful for us, I guess. What are we? Okay. I'm going to put out Danger Sense, so I'm immune to damage from the environment, and then I'm going to buff everybody again. Yikes. I think we go for another classic. Let's do Accelerated Assault, and then maybe Hypersonic Assault. Confirm. Oh, that's right. He's going to have -6, because fuck me. I think only one of them is going to be immune to my psychic shit. Oh, I'm also now realizing because of Legacy, I'm doing literally exactly as much damage as they have health, which is great. God, I love Tachyon. She's so fucking good. Alrighty. Yeah, it's just this character is going to be. Oh no, it's melee. It's not Sonic, so it will take damage. Hell yes, I'm going to take out all these minions in one fucking go. Forget about it. Oh, then I probably should have done Warlord Voss last. I'm now realizing I'm an idiot, but that's okay. Have Legacy discard a Fortitude because I already have one in play. Yeah. Oh, that sucks, but here we go. So I just had Tachyon punch our own people, which kind of sucks. Alright, let's Nimble Strike Grand Warlord Voss, Mr. Thanos, Mr. Darkseid, and... It's like she's speed bitch slapping everyone. Quite literally, she's just running so fast past them that it's basically a nuclear weapon. You want to discard? Yes. Give me another burst card, please. No, that's not what I wanted. Liam. Okay, let's set up the Electrical Storm, which will do damage pretty much at the start of my turn. Oh, I'm having Legacy take a lot of hits right now, which is not amazing. Alright, Night Mist, I need you to really fucking... Okay. Redirect damage is handy. God, she keeps doing damage to herself is like her whole fucking shtick. And that sucks. So, we're just going to do this. Regain hit 4 HP. And we're going to get rid of this card. And we're also going to get rid of this card. And we're going to make sure that so Thanos can't draw any more cards. I think it's the best I got for her right now. And we're going to discard... What does Mistfield Recovery do? Oh, that's the shuffling trash thing. Alright, well, I can't really do that right now, so... Oh, that's right, and we all draw cards because of the civilians. Yay! Alright, the environment isn't completely out to fuck us. It's just mostly out to fuck us. Scouring Mists. I think I just drew a card that does damage to other people. Oh, the Freedom Fighters are gonna hit us too? That fucking sucks. I'm on your side, my guys. Oh man, Tempest is at 10 health. Night Mist is at 20. How is that fair? Holy shit, Night Mist has so much health. I forgot that her whole thing is healing. So I might be able to tank a shit ton of hits. Ooh, the problem is that was a lot of damage to the Tempest, who now has 8 hit points, which is not great. Let's do the back fist strike against our friend, Mr. Warlord Voss, Mr. Thanos. God, we don't even have him at half health yet. Holy shit. This is rough. I need some table has to turn here, or shit's gonna go bad. All right. Let's do the Sonic Vortex. And we'll hit Thanos first. Come on, Tachyon. Then we'll hit the Freedom Fighters, because they were hurting us for no goddamn reason. Oh, that hurt. Quite literally, he's not even at half health, and my people are, like, straight up dying. Alright, what second card should I play? I can have 2 Synaptic Interruptions out. Holy shit, I did not know that. Oh my god, I don't need a fucking research grant. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. That's a burst card I like. We're actually getting pretty close to hitting Warlord Voss at half health. Alright, what... Selected damage. Oh. That'll be handy, I think. It lets me change my damage, which is nice. Localized Hurricane is not what I'm looking for right now, but let's put out the Hailstorm. That does more damage than my usual attack. Alright, we finally have him below 50 health. Holy fucking shit. Alright, Scouring Mist. Reveal the top card of your deck. I deal myself that much damage. Deal up to that card 2 infernal damage each. Oh my god. I do not like Night Mist. At least I don't understand her. I'll put it at that. Alright, let's do this. And I'll deal myself 2 damage. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Yes. Okay, I've kind of, in a roundabout way, found a way to have Night Mist hurt somebody, which is great. Another Scouring Mists, okay. Another Planar Banishment, okay. And another Master of Magic, okay. Let's get rid of the Planar Banishment. Heal a little bit. Okay. Rebel Headquarters. Hero targets are immune to damage by civilian cards. Well, that would have been fucking great, wouldn't it? Except I've killed the civilians now. And now he has a Quark Drive Translocator. Yes, I want to discard 2 cards. Let's get rid of this one. And this one. Okay, now we have him at half health. He's at 40. But now Tempest is at 6 health. Jesus fucking Christ. And he's my heavy damage dealer. I've got to set him... I've got to help him. And I don't know how. Alright, I'm going to have Legacy do Heroic Interception, and he'll just hurt himself. Oh my god, now he is under 10 HP. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I'm gonna beat him. Oh, man. Alright. What is blinding speed? Destroy one environment card or one ongoing card. Okay, well, he doesn't have an ongoing card out, and... Okay. Do I do Hypersonic Assault? How many burst cards are in my trash? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. So I gotta get more burst cards in there before I do Lightspeed Barrage. This is tough. I don't know. Yes. Did you see the recent Aquaman movie? I did not. Is it any good? I've heard it wasn't great, but I suppose I'm not terribly... surprised. Alright. Please be a burst card that I don't need. Yes. So I can just discard you. Get another burst card in the trash. Another burst card, great. Another burst card, even better. Okay. Alright, we're doing some damage. Tempest, I need you to fucking hit him with everything. Golly. Do I do Chain Lightning? I feel like I need to save Chain Lightning for when there's a ton of minions out, but I'm also gonna die. So... I think we do it. I think we do it anyways. It doesn't matter. Okay, 7 damage to him. Holy shit. Okay, we might do this. He's now at 26 health. And we've destroyed the Quark Drive Translocator. Goodness gracious, that thing was terrifying. I'm glad we didn't have to deal with it. I have no more damage. No one else to target, so... let's hit him with our power, which... takes out another 5 health, brings him down to 21. Holy shit, this might be doable. This might actually be doable. This might actually be doable. Holy shit, hold on. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna set Night Mist up with the Tome. Hopefully we'll get a pretty baller spell. I don't know what that spell is. We'll see. God, I wish Night Mist would just stop dealing herself damage. That'd be great. Alright, but she's got a lot of health, which is nice. Okay, the Thorian military's back out. Boo. At the end of the environment turn, discard the top card of each deck. Holy shit, I forgot I played Heroic Interception. I only recommend it if someone's paying you to watch it. Noted. If an equipment card is discarded this way, move it to the owner's hand. Just choose for me. I'm good. Takedown's in the trash. No! Lightspeed Barrage is great! You pushed down. No! Oh, thank God. Did you see what that card was that was in the fucking Orbital Bombardment? What is that? What does that say? At the start of the environment turn, deal 4 energy damage to each non-Thorian target, then destroy the Rebel headquarters and this card. Thank God they managed to get rid of that. Oh, and I played Hypersonic Assault. So we don't take damage. Oh my God! That was such a great turn. I didn't even realize that was such a good turn for me. I'm fucking crushing it out here. Alright, let's do Thok. Deals 1 target 3 melee damage. I'm like, I feel like I should just hard target Thanos. I'm just nervous that I'm not going to be able to do enough, and so the other guys are going to fuck me up. Alright, everybody, come on. Okay. I think... we definitely do Nimble Strike. Oh, we have to do it against the minion. Because Thanos is going to take less damage. It is high risk, high reward. It's like, because he had... I think it's why I had to, like, dance around his other motherfuckers. Alright, I could do Accelerated Assault now, which hits everybody for damage. Or I could do Lightspeed Barrage. How many burst cards are in the trash? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would only be 9 damage. It would take him down to 9 HP, but I think... Let's do this. Let's hit everybody. I'm sorry, Defiant Looters. Now, I'm not going to do as much damage to the Thorian military, but that's okay. We're so close. We're so fucking close, actually. Hold up. Please be a burst card I can just discard. It is! It is! It is! It is! Get rid of it. Okay, so now there's 11 burst cards in the trash. Alright, and then we'll take out the Thorian military first with Tempest. And then we'll do some damage to Thanos. I think we actually... Come on. Come on, come on. Okay, okay. I don't really have a card I can play. It's gonna be helpful. So I think we hit him for, I think it's 5 damage. Which will leave him with 6 HP. And Night Mist, I swear to God, you've got to just have a card that does 4 damage. Because then with Legacy's boost, you should be fine. Okay, what does this do? Reveal the top card of your deck. Night Mist deals herself and one other target that card's infernal damage. Oh man, this better fucking work. Alright, I regain 2 HP. Oh, it does 3 damage. Oh, but I can redirect it! Holy shit! Holy shit, this might work! Holy shit, this might actually work. Oh, this motherfucker's dead. This motherfucker's dead. He has 1 HP, and then comes the actual attack now. So what you His ball is long gone, just like the ex-girlfriend who will never return to run! Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Oh, man. Fuck yeah. All right. That was awesome. I'm going to take a quick 5. I have to actually go marinate the chicken now. I know I threatened to do that last time, but I actually have to do it. So I'm going to go marinate the chicken. When I come back, we'll pick another bad guy and go for it. All right. See you guys in a second.
Use me, Daddy.
Left click to target the door, then left click it again. Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
What if I want... I forgot our name. Jacob Smith. Okay, we got their shields. Did you see that? Oh my god, somebody please clip that. That was amazing. Holy shit.
Welcome back to the sultry sounds of Dungeons and Debs. Glad we could keep you here. Glad you're sticking up. I literally just drooled. No big deal, it's fine. Nothing to see here.
Okay.
Totally had a whole bit that I was gonna do, and then I drooled.
Go for it. What do you want?
I was just gonna say, I can have the Kurfa Verka Durka Kurfa Gurnavgurf go onto the pressure plate to see if anything happens.
Does anyone have mage hand or something like that?
I do, but I don't see how that would help.
I guess I'll stop cursing. But it doesn't matter that I stop cursing because I'm done with the stream.
Cool.
Wait, it's just you. Wait, we're stuck in here, aren't we? Ever got?
Yeah, no, we're stuck. Yeah, we're stuck in here.
Wait, say it again.
We are stuck in here.
Liberty.
You say liberty, and there's another pulse, and the door's open. Okay, that's a ball.
See you next time around, kid.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? That was a strike. That was a strike my ass. That was a fucking strike.
Ladies, gentlemen, NBs, variations thereupon, sentients all, welcome back. Welcome back. If we don't own the central point, then we are a lot easier to overtake. Just like in chess! He who controls the spice controls the universe, and he who owns the center platform can suck on his dick! Oh, sorry, I guess I ran out of rockets. Go with N, Appalachian style kook. That's a cook. Kook? Is kook with a K? Now I'm like, is it cock? Kook. That's no. It keeps. One too many hits with the snake. Appalachian style. What's another word? Crackpot. There we go. An Appalachian style crackpot.
I can't do math. But I'm simple chip brain. Oh my god, I've just given myself the best out for anything ever. I have a monkey brain. Not even a man brain, I have a monkey brain. I'm just a really intelligent monkey. Okay, that makes me feel great, actually.
Okay. The video is... Oh, no! The video is actually super long, but I'm gonna fucking... I just spilled a shit of... I just spilled a lot. We're gonna take a 5. Just, I need a moment.
Oh, wait. We get to ask another question, don't you think?
And you will be able to ask it, but I like legitimately and he looks at Quinto. He's like, I need a moment. Do you need a moment? He's like, yeah. So our city is infested with hags.
Well,
You have a map to a treasure of countless proportion just sort of on you in your pocket. And there's a dragon coming.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Why are we telling them all this?
Maybe we should have figured out if we could trust them.
Yeah. Out of game, James is saying, yeah, that might have been like a good like. he just asked who Mother Madness was, and you're like, yo, here's the plot.
Oh god.
And everybody in the vicinity takes 22 points of lightning damage.
I'm
Jesus.
down.
I'm dead.
Is there not a save? Is it just...
There is no save. Oh my
I
Christ.
want to say, I ran out of the door.
That's just as much health that I had.
You were unable to react in time, my friend, so that's one. Alright, we will say fuck your life. Bing bong. Excuse me. With their nimbleness, nimblosity, nimblity, with their nimbleness. Here, I'm gonna make my name. No, but we're gonna spell it like Star Wars. Jacob Smith.
All right, we're Jacob Smith. We've done it. Okay. All right, and that's it. Now we play, y'all. Oh my God, the serotonin, the nostalgia. And you have two options. You could kill him, or you could literally change him so much that if he met him from like a week ago, he would hate him to the point of like willing to fight and kill him. And that's, like, in my mind, that's genuinely worse. Like, that has to be, right? To change the very core of a person? And, like, here's the thing. In the Star Wars world, it's easy to hide behind the fact that, like, yes, one side is unequivocally good, right? And one side is very obviously evil. But, like, in life, in real life, it's scarcely so black and white. There's some salty nuts. Don't clip that. Crack that sternum for old Dr. Jim. Dr. Jim malpractice. Ah! Oh, God, that sound was so bad. I hated it. Oh, God.
Go for it. What do you want?
I was just gonna say, I can have the Kurfa Verka Durka Kurfa Gurnevgurf go onto the pressure plate to see if anything happens.
Does anyone have mage hand or something like that?
I do, but I don't see how that will help.
I guess I'll stop cursing. But it doesn't matter that I stop cursing because I'm done with the stream.
Welcome back to the sultry sounds of Dungeons and Debs. Glad we could keep you here. Glad you're sticking up. I literally just drooled. No big deal, it's fine. Nothing to see here.
Okay. Totally had a whole bit that I was gonna do, and then I drooled. Okay, we got their shields.
Their shields have been disabled.
Did you see that? Oh my God, somebody please clip that. That was amazing. Holy shit. Crack that sternum for old Dr. Jim. Dr. Jim malpractice. Ah! Oh God, that sound was so bad. I hated it. Oh God. Alright, we will say fuck your life. Excuse me.
Switch me to the party leader, then use me to open the door.
Use me, Daddy.
Left click to target the door, then left click it again.
Hello, good to be back. I have good news and I have bad news. Good news is I am going to have seasoned chicken. The bad news is the marinade I was going to make, we didn't have any of the fucking ingredients for, so it's just going to be a different seasoned chicken that's already been pre-seasoned, but that was for emergencies. So, dang it. I say that like I'm making it for you, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's start off by picking our villain once more. We've already gone up against Grand Warlord Voss, so let's take a look at the villain wheel. And we have the chairman, who I think is sort of like a Wilson Fisk, which is kind of cool. I like that. Let's see what he's got. Where is he? There he is. He looks like a spooky little boy, and also like that guy. So he's kind of a kingpin type. And who is his nemesis is Mr. Fixer. So we should definitely have Mr. Fixer. It only makes sense. You know, he's the nemesis. Question is, who do we pair him up with? I was not the big, even though Night Mist came in clutch there at the end, that was a whole lot of setup for that character. So, I don't know. I think we go with Ra. I really like Ra. I think Ra is probably one of my favorites next to Tachyon. And we had Tachyon last time, so let's, you know, switch it up a smidge. A smidge switch, if you will. And, I'm thinking... Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. The busy work schedule strikes again. My dearly beloved, she had a fucking bullshit-ass work day. And I can relate, that shit sucks. So I'm gonna quick send her my Taco Bell order. Unrelated. Remember what I said about chicken? We're not doing that. She's like, fuck it, I haven't eaten, I'm just gonna get Taco Bell. You want anything? And I said, fuck yes. So, give me a mo here. I cannot spell. I spelled chicken quesadilla. Chuckin'. I'm chucking. Heck, can I have a chuckin' quesadilla? Like a friggin' psychopath. Chalupa. Chalupa's not a bad idea. I'm not anti-chalupa. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's get back into it. So who are we up against? We're up against the chairman. We're up against the chairman. We're going to go with Ron, Mr. Fixer. Is there one in particular that has been jumping out at you again? We've got the Iron Man guy. We've got the other Iron Man guy. We've got Hawk Girl, but all religious-like. We've got Hulk, but if he was Maori. We've got Superman. I'm going to say no to Superman, Tachyon, and Tempest, because we already had them. We have Professor X if they were a lady, Batman if they were a lady who's really good at controlling robots. We have the fucking Punisher if they were a lady, Musical Man. We've got the Big Lebowski, Time Cop, a good robot. I think Captain Marvel if they were a dude is kind of the vibe here, is what that looks like. Skyscraper, I don't know what their deal is. I genuinely don't know. They look just, like, tough and have sharp bones. And then we're not doing Guys, because Guys' deck sucks. I hate it. But I think I'm leaning towards, just as far as support goes, I think definitely the Visionary. I think the Visionary makes a lot of sense. So, I'll leave the final choice in your hands. I'm definitely leaning more towards this half, you know, the Lady Batman onto whoever the hell Skyscraper is. Because I know these ones pretty well. I know Absolute Zero, I know Bunker, I know Fnatic, I know Haka. You guys know I know Legacy, Tachyon, and them, and I just think it's more interesting if I'm learning a deck along with you guys. Just because, like, I'm very familiar with the game, and like I said, this is one of my, like, chill, relaxing games. So I don't know, anything jumping out at you? Gender Bender Batman sounds cool. Alrighty, let's do let's do Wraith. Let's have Wraith be... Let's put Wraith there. So I feel like we should do... Yeah. All right, and then for environment, we definitely need to do a city, and there are 2 cities. There's Megalopolis. There's Rook City. I think those are the only cities. So I'm going to lean towards Megalopolis. That's just a silly name. Funny Bunny. Oh, I thought the chairman was the dude. I've kept tabs on you, Slim. This isn't your fight. Go back to your garage. You are the man behind why I must fight again. Let's put this all to rest. Oh, that's right. They're nemesis. Nemesis? I forgot about that. Okay, looks like... Oh, the chairman has another boss? The Operative. Oh, shit. Okay, but they can be defeated. Jesus Christ. Well, that's not very fair. I was literally just about to say 35 HP is nothing compared to Thanos' 80 HP. But now he technically has fucking 80 HP too. If you count the Operative. Because I bet I can't win. I thought, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Also, I just realized his thing says Rook City is mine. So it looks like if I had chosen Rook City, that would have been his whole... It would have been another fucking Thanos situation. Okay, a lot of cards just got drawn. And now he's shooting at Ra. And is doing extra damage because of himself. That's not fun. And we have a hired gun. Can this guy just stop drawing cards? That'd be fucking great. That would be great if you could just stop drawing cards. Oh, and they're all doing extra damage because of whoever the contract is. Jesus Christ. I got lucky on the environment. Yeah, like, thank God I didn't choose Crook City. Or Rook City. That would have fucked me up. Alright, let's fucking analyze what is happening. What is this? At the start of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 3 fire damage, then look through the environment trash for impending casualty. Sheesh. Heroes cannot use powers. At the start of the environment turn, each player may discard a card to destroy this. Goddamn paparazzi. That's not great for us either. And then once this dude's deal, increased damage dealt. Does 2 damage. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals... oh my fucking god. Alright, alright. Well, I can't use my power, so I can pretty much only set up with Fixer. And so I'm going to give him... He's got his dual crowbars, which... What do they do? Oh, I wasn't done looking at that, sorry. Which basically means he's allowed to deal damage to 2 people at once. Also, god, that art is so cool. Look at that. That is such cool art. I love his fucking vibe. It's that he's basically a kung fu master, but he's like, you know, a grease monkey is like his whole thing. Like, I think that's one of his cards is literally grease monkey style. What is it? Yeah, his fighting style is alternating Tiger Claw, like an alternator. Then there's driving mantis. Oh yeah, he has a grease monkey fist. Like that, it's cool. I love his whole fucking aesthetic. I really like Mr. Fixer. Oh, what was that one? That was another style. I didn't know he had another style. What is that? Riveting Crane. And they're all super cool. And so like his whole deal is you set him up with a tool and a style, and he does more damage that way. All right, now we have the Visionary. So I could deal everybody a little... Unless... I'm thinking, so... Rest the Mind allows me to play this next to a target other than a character card, so I can't do it to... a monk mechanic. Yes. Oh, that would be such a fun D&D character idea, like going for a monk... but having the background of like a guild artisan. Dude, I'm meeting with my local Oh god, guys, I haven't even told you guys this shit. My local D&D group, I'm finally no longer DMing. I'm finally going to be a player again. I'm so excited. Oh, that would be... Oh, and I've had a monk rogue idea. That could be fun. I definitely want to use Rest the Mind. The question is where. And I think it's gotta be... I don't know. And then it's like, maybe I just do cerebral hemorrhage and do everybody a little bit of damage. But the targeting innocence thing is going to be a problem. Decoy projection is good for... I've got to do rest the mind. The question is just, what do I put it next to? Because it's either this thing, which will deal everybody 3 damage. I think I have to do this one. Oh, this is going to suck. Oh, well. And I can't use powers because of the fucking paparazzi. Brain burn. Great fucking card. We are 100% playing that next. Because it looks like the operative... at the end of the villain turn... cards from the... At the end of the villain turn, cards from the top of the villain deck are revealed until an underboss card is revealed and put into play. Oh, wait, I thought I saw something about the trash. All thug cards are put in the... Oh, it's these motherfuckers pull things from the trash. Search the villain trash for a card. So if I just empty the trash... Nice. But yeah, you see what I mean about it's Lady Batman? She's got a trust fund card. She's, you know, she's punching. She's got gadgets. She's a fighter. Alright, we should definitely put this one up. A nice little reactive thing. Oh, and I can't use powers because of fucking course. Alright, Ra. Let's scorch some earth. Ra deals each non-hero target X fire damage, where X is the number of environment cards in play. So it's only 2 damage, but it's 2 damage to everybody, which is nice. And I can't use my fucking thing anyways. You're gonna take 0 damage. Why does the chairman take 0 damage? Oh, the chairman is immune to damage. At the villain turn, if there are at least 3 underbosses in the trash, he flips and then can take damage. Well, that's some bullshit, but okay then. We're just gonna have to kill everybody, I guess. I have a feeling that the operative's gonna be a real fucking problem. Call it an instinct. Fire Blast. Oh, that would have been a great card to have just now, but that's okay. It's okay. Work with what you got, not what you want. Alright, you'll be the first card to be dealt damage. But instead, we're redirecting that damage. Do I redirect it to you? So it'll be 3. I think so. Oh, that sucks. And it's like, do I do it again? It's either the Visionary takes boss with mini bosses, at least you'll have a good use of AoEs. Yeah. Oh, Tempest would have been great for this one. Ugh. But I think Ra is mostly a single target damage dealer. We'll see, we'll see. We have to rest the mind. We have to. There's a part of me that's like, what if I just... But then the Visionary will die because they'll have, like, no health. So, yeah, we'll just target this thing, kill it, which means Rest the Mind is destroyed, so I don't... Oh, that was actually brilliant. She doesn't take any more... Do all players agree to discard a card? Oh, yes, so we can use our powers again. Thank God. Let's get rid of Salvage Yard for you. For the Visionary, let's get rid of... Get rid of Mind Spike, because that's a single target. For the Wraith, let's get rid of... I'm just now realizing I could have destroyed this card with the Wraith. That's stupid. Oh well. Alright, we're going to get rid of the Trust Fund. We'll get rid of Living Conflagration. I know this card. I don't really use it ever. So, Paparazzi is destroyed, thank God. And there's a hostage situation, which means cards. Mother. Have I seen the Avatar live action trailer? Ooh, no. After this game, we'll take a look at it. Oh, this is such bullshit. Oh my God, that's a lot of mini bosses. Oh, and they're all gonna fucking be doing damage to everybody. That's just great. That's just great. I gotta empty that trash, like, pronto. What does a thief do? Select the first target to be dealt damage. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Oh, we got fucking... At the end of the villain turn, destroy a hero ongoing or equipment card. Well, I don't want to get rid of... I don't want to get rid of either of these! Fuck! These are both really good cards! Damn it! Alright, I'm gonna... Fuck. Combat stance is too good. I have to get rid of the crowbars. God damn it. Oh, and everybody's regaining health. Isn't that just so damn charming? At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP 4 melee damage unless they discard a card. Well, I need literally all 3 of these, so I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to take the damage. I'm sorry. And now the visionary is less than fucking 10 HP. Oh God, this is a roughin'. This is a rough and tumble. Okay, so we have to beat these underbosses because they are bringing in the goons, but I can't play any cards. This is such bullshit. Oh, I'm low-key pretty pissed off right now. All right, we'll start with the contract because this dude is what's giving everybody extra damage on us. God, I can't play any cards. Oh, that's driving me actually crazy. What a shitty back-to-back situation. I can't use powers and then I can't use cards. All right, we're gonna have Ra draw 2 cards. All right, let's have him get rid of. Yeah, let's get rid of Flame Spike. Okay, that would have been a great card to play. Alright, but at least I can use my power, which means the Wraith takes less damage, which is good. Jesus Christ. That was 2 back-to-back really bad turns for me. And I don't even take out any of the underbosses, which means all that shit's just gonna happen again. Does everybody agree to get rid of a card? Yes. Alright, we'll get rid of Overdrive. We'll get rid of Telekinetic Cocoon. Fuck. We'll get rid of, get rid of Razor Ordnance. Get rid of Living Conflagration. Police Backup. Okay, that's a good card for us. Thank God. It only does 1 damage, but it's fucking something. So let's... Alright, they only do 1 damage to the Wraith, which is nice. Oh god, everyone else is fucking hosed. This is a bad one. I think we lose this one. Okay, at least I automatically punch back, which is nice. With combat stance. Oh man, this one's rough. Oh my god, I'm getting chewed the fuck out right now. And the hired gun comes back. So that means there's 2 hired guns, there's 2 thieves, and there's going to be 2 enforcers. All at full health. If I make it out of this turn alive, I will be genuinely shocked. Damn, who'd have thought the fucking chairman was so tough? We took on Thanos like it was nothing, but Kingpin is kicking our ass. Or at least we took out one of the hired guns. Fuck. Everybody has less than 10 HP right now. Literally everybody has less than 10 HP. Oh, and everybody's gaining health back because of the fence. Oh my god. Hold on, what is the police? I could have sworn the police backup. Whenever a villain would make a player discard a card, destroy this card. So can I do this? Police backup was destroyed. Okay, thank god. What's the informant? When a hero card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. Oh my god. Oh my god. And they're still not done doing damage. Mr. Fixer now has 4 HP. The Visionary's out. The Visionary has -1. The Wraith has 5 HP left. Ra has 5 HP left. I have to discard a card. I've got to fucking... Oh my god. Let's get a Grease Monkey Fist. Oh my god, it's finally my turn. I made it. But literally, Mr. Fixer is 4, the Wraith has 5, and Ra has 5. Holy moly. Oh, and of course, because I played a card, then the fucking top... Oh, I'm toast. Because that's a one-shot. That's going to hit somebody. Who's considered to have the highest? Whoever I hit is going to die. So, I guess Wraith. Sorry, Wraith. And Ra now has 1 HP. Oh my god. I'm going to take out the contract. Fucking A. Because I think the first card that I've destroyed. And now I'm going to punch... who do I even punch? Everybody sucks. I guess the Informant. They're pretty bad. Holy mackerel. Alright, so even though the Visionary is out, they still let us do stuff. So I can destroy a target with 1 HP, destroy an ongoing card or an environment card. Let's destroy the Informant. Alright, and we're gonna kill Mr. Fixer. Jesus Christ, this fucking deck is a well-oiled machine. This is hard to fight. Holy fuck. Alright, one player may play a card, one hero regains 2 HP, or destroy an restoring HP is kind of pointless, so I'm just going to have Ra play Fire Blast. And have him take out... Who can he take out with that Fire Blast? He can take out the Broker, the Hired Gun, or one of the Thieves. I feel like we go for the Broker, because that's an underboss. And Ra's dead. Jesus Christ. We just got absolutely dunked on. Holy shit. Holy fucking... Alright, we're gonna watch the, we're gonna watch the live-action Avatar trailer. Because... Oh no, you can have all 4 of them die. If one of them dies, they still have stuff that they can do in combat, but if all 4 die, you're out. And so they just all got systematically decimated. All right, let's watch this trailer. Hold up.
The Fire Nation is embarked on a dark path.
Could you guys hear that okay? Feels kind of quiet to me. I'm going to turn that up a smidge. Why is full screen being weird? Is it just me, or why the fuck is fucking... Let's get that 1080p going. Alright, alright. I don't know why the full screen is not full screen. I will say, to start us off, the effects look fucking dope. Like... And that's what's great, is just like, it's further ahead in time than M. Night Shyamalan was, so obviously, you know, the special effects are going to be better. But that scene with the firebender, just firebending, looked cool. So already a fucking step up. Though anything would have been a step up, let's be real. Is Sokka white? Am I crazy? Sokka looks white. That's my bad. That was my bad. It's just that one frame, he looked like just some white dude, and I was like, ah. But, I mean, it's looking good. I'm going to go back a bit. I was kind of in my head over that Sokka reveal. Also, the Zook, whoever plays, I'm in love. Holy shit, I'm in love with that. That's amazing. Because I originally was going to say, oh, the Shearshu looks really like they live cold, their skin would be lighter. It's just like, because they're clearly based on Inuit. So when I first looked at him, just that one frame of him, I was like, that just looks like some white guy with a crimson chin. And then it like zoomed in. I was like, oh, no, it's someone, it looks like he has native ancestry. Doesn't matter. The point is, all right, here's my, the trailer is better than the whole movie, yes. But you want to know my hot take? I guess I personally wasn't jonesing for a live action Avatar. And I love Avatar. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I never needed a live action Avatar. And it's because, like, Avatar's right there. And it's great. I didn't need another one. And so now what sucks is this thing, all the people that put a lot of work into it, is immediately just going to be compared to they're already just going to be compared to they're in an interesting position because there's already been an adaptation that sucks. So people are going to be more likely to like this one. But it's automatically going to get compared to the original, and then you'll just see, there'll just be a whole discourse about like, oh, but they did this different. Because it's an adaptation, things are going to be different, right? And because it's live action, it's not going to, they're not going to get away with the same kind of humor and the same kind of action, right? Without it either being heavily, I mean, CG is going to be involved no matter what. It's fucking, magic. There's earthbending, airbending. Like, there's no way you do that practically, right? Unless you're just throwing rocks on set, which can't be safe. I would prefer a Kyoshi origin story animated versus this live action, but we get what we get. I kind of agree. Like, I would have preferred more stuff in the world of Avatar than just it again, And honestly, if you were going to do something live action in the Avatar world, do a different story. Like, as much as I hate the Marvel the MCU-ification of Star Wars, like, fucking look at that, right? Like, maybe do one of those. Do something that takes place in the world. So, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, I'm glad that it looks cool, and I'll probably watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I really love I love the IP, so I'll probably watch it, but I'm not waiting with bated breath, I guess is what I'm saying. Especially because I literally just watched some episodes yesterday because my partner and I are making our way through the show because she's never seen it before. And we just watched the Lake Lao Guy episode. So, like, that show is great. It's still amazing. It still fucking holds up. Like, like, I'm good, It's like, follow me on this. It's like Back to the Future. That was Zemeckis, right? Who made Back to the Future? Is it Zemeckis who made Back to the Future? Whoever, like, made Back to the Future said explicitly, no sequels, no remakes, while I am alive. Like, it's in the fucking, like, because he owns the rights, he, like, made that clause. He's like, no remakes, no fucking nothing while I'm alive. I made my 3 movies, we're gonna fucking leave them alone. And you bet your ass. Oh my God, I can see it right now, the trailer for the remake of Back to the Future, right? It's a really, like, slowed down piano version of Power of Love, the Huey Lewis song. It's like a slow down, and then it's like you see the shoes and, like, or like you see the tire of the DeLorean, you see the DeLorean logo, but, like, people who don't know what a DeLorean is wouldn't recognize the logo, right? And then it, like, it pans out and you see some young looking guy in, like, whatever the modern equivalent of, like, the red puffer jacket would be, because they would do it in the 2020s. They wouldn't do it in the 80s, right? So, like, some red jacket. Again, you don't really think anything of it, and then there would be a line that's like, it would be like the fucking like an echoey version of Christopher Lloyd going 1.21 gigawatts, right? And then or something like it's dangerous to know your own future. Like there would be something like that, and then boom, this summer. I'm so glad that there isn't a Back to the Future remake or sequel or any of that bullshit, because it would suck. And like, people have been saying it for years, but like, we don't need more remakes. We don't need more sequels. Well, that's the thing. They're not going to until Zemeckis dies. But as soon as he dies, it's like fucking, it's going to be announced like 2 years later. Like, they'll wait a tasteful year for him to like, for him to, for people to be, like to mourn his passing. And then the next year they're going to be like, and we have cast the new Back to the Future. Like, and I'm just I've watched 150 movies this past year. I'm over the remakes, man. Like, fucking let him tell a new story. Like, if you're a corporate douche and you have an IP and you're like, I want to make money off of this Star Wars IP or this fucking any IP, right? It's like, okay, cool. Don't go the remake or sequel route, right? I guess if anything, like, make a tangential story, a story that exists in the world, but it doesn't have to. I forgot how long this candle's been fucking burning. You just IP stands for intellectual property. So like Star Wars is an intellectual property owned by Disney, and Marvel is owned by Disney, right? And so like in the film world, pretty much everyone is looking for the new MCU because the MCU's been kind of on the downturn. It still makes money, particularly overseas in China, but like it's kind of the tide is turning in America. And so pretty much everyone right now is looking for the new Marvel. And in television, I'm pointing over here because that's where the monitor that has the still frame of Avatar: The Last Airbender is. And in television, they're looking for the new Game of Thrones. Because remember Game of Thrones? Fucking everybody and their mother lost their shit over Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was so big for so long, it dominated every conversation about television. It was nerd shit that non-nerds liked. Like, that's how fucking... It was like the MCU in terms of popularity, film versus television. And so people are looking for the new MCU right now, and a lot of people are looking and have been looking for the new Game of Thrones. And Netflix is desperately trying to get their paws on it, especially right now, because there's a lot of problems with Stranger Things. A lot of people... Game of Thrones, I've never seen it. Is it still worth watching now? It depends, right? At the end of the day, you don't need to watch it. If it's something that is interesting to you, go for it. But it tells a complete story. I just don't like the complete story. A lot of people don't. And it tells a complete story that's different than the one that the books tell, because the books aren't done yet. Basically, they got to the 5th season and ran out of material. And so they were just kind of winging it. And they were already sort of winging it because, admittedly, the books are fucking dense, if you've ever seen or read them. They're big-ass fucking books. And so things were slightly changed. The first season is the only one that's like 1-to-1 the book. And then the second season, they started to change things. And the third season, they changed things. But it was still the like basic shape of the books. But once they hit season 5, they're like, fuck it. All right. And so, season 5, 6, 7, and 8 suck. In my opinion, there are good episodes and good things in them, but overall, the showrunners really fucking lost the plot. So, I would say there are better prestige shows to get into. Like, for me, I usually recommend True Detective to people, because each season is its own self-contained story. So, like, you can start watching season 1, and if you don't like it, you move to season 2. If you don't like season 2, you go to season 3, and season 4 just came out, and I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard amazing things about it. But yeah, and so it's like talking about the TV, people trying to find the new Game of Thrones, the new big thing. It's like Percy Jackson is out right now, and they've just released 7 episodes. And I was a big Percy Jackson fan as a kid, and so I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and I'm just like, it's real Disney. I saw a TikTok that like perfectly, and I mean perfectly, encapsulated my problem with the Percy Jackson show, and it's that the Percy Jackson books were very much for young adults, were very much for like preteens and teenagers, right? It's full of angst, it's full of sass, it's full of that general like adults suck and my life is hell, right? Every teenager is experiencing that to some degree, and that's part of the reason why those books did so well. Not to mention it's a really good story and all that shit. But the Disney show is not made for teenagers and preteens. It's made for families. And so one of the big themes, let me know if like you don't know or give a shit about Percy Jackson, but I have to get this off of my chest because I was thinking about it the other day and I was talking to my girlfriend about it and I was just like, it's frustrating because one of the main themes of the Percy Jackson series, at least the first series, like Lightning Thief to Last Olympian, is parenthood and childhood. Like those are the two big themes. The Greek gods are fucking flaky, shitty parents. The main conflict exists because of how children reacted to their father, right? The gods reacting to Kronos, Kronos reacting to the gods, right? And then how it trickles down between the gods and demigods. Like it's shit all the way down. And Percy is the first person who effectively looks at the gods and says, you've got to be better parents. But now, because Disney is making this show and it's for families and not for teenagers, the whole theme of parenting is way different. Instead of the gods being bad parents, they're good parents who are misunderstood. So like Lin-Manuel goddamn Miranda is in the show. And like love or hate Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think I'm just overseeing him. He's just fucking oversaturated. Like he's everywhere. How they portrayed his character as a father is so frustrating to me because in the books, it's implied that he does care about his children a little bit, but he still suffers from the same thing every god does, which is they're just kind of like, I care, but I'm not going to do anything. Right? Like they're bad, they're absentee parents. And I don't know. They're absentee parents because they're based off the Greek gods, which if you know anything about Greek myths, the Greek gods are assholes. They're dicks. They're petty, they're vindictive, they're shitty. Oh no, I liked the movies. I won't watch the series if that's the case. I feel like you're baiting me right now. I feel like you're baiting me. I hate the movies, but that's fine, to each their own. I was a big fan of the books as a kid. Fun fact, I remember I was in 7th grade and my reading teacher was like, all right, we're all going to decide for a final project. I'm going to decide for my final project, like, as a class, we're going to figure out what book to read for the final book. And I campaigned hard amongst my fellow students. I was like, and the teacher, I was like, we're going to read Percy Jackson's The Lightning Thief because the movie comes out, towards the end of the school year. We'll read the book, we'll go on a field trip, we'll see the movie, it'll be amazing. And we ended up doing that and we all walked out and it's so radically different from the book. But anyways, I digress. So the series is just not baiting. I like the movie, I didn't read the book. Gotcha. And that's totally fair because the movie's a fine movie. It's just as an adaptation of the book, it's dog shit. And I do hate people that are like, the book is better, but I am one of those people sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, and what's frustrating is I just wish Disney, because it's not like the Percy Jackson show is bad, not to me anyways, it's just frustrating to me because I know there's a really good story in there and the acting is really good. No, 100%. That's usually why I fucking hate when people are like, the book is better. It's like, you can fit more in the book. A book can be as long as it wants to be. A movie can at most be 3 hours before you're a huge asshole. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right. I got super off topic, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere and that 5 o'clock is here. So I'm going to call it a night tonight. Please stick around for the raid. I will be back possibly Friday or Saturday. I haven't made up my mind yet, but stick around and I will see you guys then. And when I come back, I haven't made up my mind of what we're going to do. We're either going to do a late to the game, or we're either going to get started on, it's going to depend on if I can get Knights of the Old Republic 2 to work. Spoiler alert. If I can get Knights of the Old Republic 2 to work, then that's what we're going to do on Friday. If not, we're going to do something else, but I'll keep y'all posted. All right. Deuces. See you guys later.
Tax-free edition. Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how at turbotax.com.